Dune, Arrakis, desert planet. It's a big ball of sand floating out there in space. Tonight on Game Night, Lincoln, Aaron, Jackie, and Nikki are going to travel there and teach you how to play Dune Imperium, a game for 1 to 4 players, designed by Paul Dennen and published by Direwolf Games. It's got political intrigue, it's got war, it's got that interstellar mercantilism that all the kids love these days. So let's get in our troop carriers and land in the seas of sand. The spice must flow.
Hey, Aaron.
Hey, Lincoln.
Will you teach us Dune Imperium?
Yes, I will.
I'm excited.
A long, long time ago in a galaxy far,
All
far...
right.
No, wait.
That's a different story.
Okay, right. This is a whole different science fiction universe. Yes.
Okay.
If you are not familiar at all with the Dune books and movies and
Miniseries.
Multiverse?
And all
Oh my gosh, that's right. There were
kinds of
mini-series. There's 2.
universe,
Yeah.
pause this video and come back in 72 hours after you've read all 8 novels and watched all the miniseries. And anyway, yes, we'll give you a very brief overview. There's this desert planet. It's called Arrakis,
right.
i.e. Dune. Dune's the easier name. And we
Spice
are
planet.
these great noble houses
Noble.
sort of competing for the contract to rule it. We're all serving at the favor of the Galactic Emperor and infighting and stabbing and sometimes openly fighting each other for control of this planet. That's the short version. So this is a game with a lot of deck building mechanics. We're going to be having our deck of cards and buying and acquiring new cards to make that deck more powerful. It's got some worker placement mechanics. We're going to send our agents out to spaces on the board to collect resources and deploy troops and mess with each other. And we're going to curry favor with factions that will help us do that. So here's the sort of layout of the board. We've got these factions on the left side. The Fremen, these are the sort of local natives that hide in the desert and know its secrets. The Bene Gesserit, these are prophetic witches that advise the noble houses. The Spacing Guild, and the Emperor and his own people themselves. We also have a space for the Landsrad Council, that's the noble, ruling Congress kind of, and Chom, which is the merchants of the galaxy there. Okay. So those are all sort of themed areas around the board that you can place your agents on. And then we have 7 spaces on the planet itself. And we'll go over what all of these do. We have our troops in our garrisons here, which are going to participate in a conflict each round for rewards on the conflict card. The very first thing we do every round is flip over the conflict card to see what we're fighting for here on the planet. I've got a couple here as examples. This is actually the one we're going to start the game with, but I've got a couple examples here on the close-up camera. You'll see these symbols. For example, this card, the first place finisher in the conflict gets a victory point. That's this golden Dune desert planet sun
It's
symbol.
one that can't be taken away from you, too, which is
Correct.
great.
That is a permanent victory point. Victory points is the name of the game, not a big surprise. Once someone reaches 10 at the end of the round, that will trigger the end game, or else we go through the entire conflict deck. That might be kind of rare, but we'll see. But you're obviously trying to get more victory points than your enemies. Anybody who gets second place will get a water. That's one of the currencies in this game. And in this case, third place is a spice token. That is another currency. Looking at the other card, just as an example, these silver circles are all Solari. That's the cash currency of this game. And this symbol here, the little question mark with an up arrow in the diamond, is a faction influence increase. This is a mechanic that we will all be doing throughout this game. And these 4 factions I explained on the left side of the board, whenever you increase in a faction via that symbol or some other game effect, you'll move your cube up this track. Whenever you reach the second area of any of these factions, that's a victory point. You will mark it on, we all start at 1, by the way, in a 4-player game. You'll mark it on the victory point track here. However, that victory point can be lost if something knocks me down back to 1, and I would track that. There's another victory point available on each of these faction tracks. If you are the first person to get to the 4th spot, there's a bonus resource available on the left side there that you would immediately claim. In addition, you claim this alliance disc. You are now allied to that faction. And for another, this is another victory point that you would claim immediately at that point. For another player to steal this from you, I always call this Settlers of Catan longest road style. They would need to pass you on this track
Okay.
to take this disc away from you. If I fell back below this golden band, essentially, I'd have to put the alliance token back.
Do you have to give the resource back?
You never have to give the resource back, and you can
I drank
gain
it already.
You can actually gain it over and over again if you manage to jump back and forth between this space, but it's not particularly valuable to do that. You'd be spending a lot more resources than you would be doing. But no, you don't have to give it back, and yes, you can gain it more than once. But really, this is the big prize, the extra victory point at the top of the track there.
What if we hit the top?
If you hit the top, you're at the top, and you can't be passed.
Right, but you could get bumped, right?
Unless
Potentially.
someone knocks you down and then passes you. But I would say you're fairly safe at the top, just not guaranteed. All right, so that's the faction tracks there. And that's the sample conflict cards. As we can see, the one that we've actually got going in our game here does have a faction bump at the top, and spice for first, second, and third finishers. We'll explain more to that when we get to the conflict phase and how to resolve that. That's the first thing we do in the game. Flip over a conflict card to see what we're fighting for this round. Then we all draw 5 cards from our deck. Like a lot of deck builders, we start out with the identical 10-card generic decks, and we will purchase and acquire cards to make our decks a little bit more individualized and powerful as the game goes on. So, we randomly choose a start player. In this case, we all thought Jackie was the most malicious player in the game. That's what the rules say.
I think he said we all. I'm surprised. I don't think that's true.
we vote on
we
this?
took a secret vote. Yeah, no, I don't know. It's random. So she's going to start the game like this. You take agent turns, deploying your agents until you're out of agents, and then you take a reveal turn. So she's going to play a card from her 5-card hand and place an agent somewhere on a space on the board. One of these essentially rectangular spaces.
If they made them all 4 corners notched, it would be Battlestar Galactica.
That's right.
Right.
Can't.
You got to have your own futuristic paper shapes to be a real... When she plays a card, it's going to have agent icons on the left, which will tell you what spaces she can deploy her agent to. This card, Diplomacy, has the 4 factions on the left side of the board agent icons. The Emperor, the Spacing Guild, the Fremen, and the Bene Gesserit. So she can play on any of these spaces here. She deploys an agent. She pays the cost, if there is one, on the top left of the space, and she takes the reward to the right side of the space. We'll go over all the spaces quickly at the end of this. Then we go clockwise around the board. It's my turn. Let's say I'm going to play Dune the Desert Planet. It only has this Dune yellow triangle symbol, so I can only play to one of these 3 spaces. I'll play my person here to the Imperial Basin.
Could you play up top?
No,
Nikki's right. The Chone group
yes, I'm
also
sorry.
has good eye. Thank
Okay.
you. It also has the triangle here because they're making frequent deliveries to the planet, their ships and everything. But thank you for noticing that. Let's say in this case, for instance, if I want to play here, it has the proper symbol, but I must pay 1 water to go to this space. And we all start the game with 1 water. Water's very rare on a desert planet, very valuable. And I would collect 2 spice and any other spice that's built up here. That's what this space does. Nikki plays a card with this city icon. That's the purple circle. That's the more developed areas of the desert planet.
Okay.
And let's say she goes here, takes those rewards. And it's Lincoln's turn. I'm going to explain a couple more concepts on his turn here. He plays this Seek Allies card with the 4 faction symbols. Again, these faction spaces on the left-hand side of the board. Here's a general rule for worker placement games, but also for this game. Lincoln, you cannot play your agent to a space that already has an agent in it. So Jackie went to this space earlier in the round. You can go to any of the other 7 spaces, assuming you can pay the cost, if any, there on the left top. But not this space. That is blocked for the rest of the round. Now, what does this gray band, the agent band, and this blue band at the bottom, if it has anything in it, mean? The gray band is something that you do now as part of playing an agent turn, where you're deploying an agent to a space. So you went here and you've got your 2 Solari for that space.
It's wealth.
In addition to placing your agent to the space, paying a cost if there is one, and gaining the reward on the right-hand side, you do whatever's in this gray band. Seek Allies, which is one that lets you play to any of the 4 faction spaces, says trash this card. Seek Allies is a one-use card that when you play it in an agent turn is now out of your deck and out of the game, period. It's a one-use card. Signet Ring is a card that we all have one of in our starting deck, and it just has this signet ring symbol. We all have a separate special ability on our house player card that's unique. Mine is gain a Solari, Lincoln's is gain a Spice, Nikki, Paul Atreides is draw a card, Jackie's is a little more complex, she'll explain it later.
I get a troop.
She gets a
Well,
troop.
that
Okay.
too, yeah.
But you will, of course, find that cards you acquire later in the game will have more powerful and interesting abilities in this silver agent band here. This means whenever you see an arrow, it means pay a cost to the left if you want to and if you can, and gain the things on the right. If you played this card during an agent turn, you could pay a water to gain a troop cube and draw a card. Once we've all taken all the agent turns that we want to take, usually that's as many agents as you have. And at the beginning of the game, we all have 2, so we're generally all going to take 2 agent turns and deploy 2 agents. You don't have to. It's generally in your best interest to. Even if you can't pay to an expensive space, there generally are some cheaper or free spaces, like Secure Contract will just get you 3 Solari. Hall of Oratory will just get you a Persuasion, which we haven't explained yet, and a Troop Cube. Once we've all taken our agent turns, or once it's your turn and you've deployed all your current agents, you now must take a reveal turn with the cards that are left in your hand. Now, before we go on to what you're going to do on your reveal turn, which is generally when you're all out of agent turns and you've usually placed all your agents, let's go and look at each space on the board real quick and tell you what they provide when you place your agent there. So the faction spaces here, in addition to the rewards on the right-hand side, provide you with an influence bump in the faction. That's a big reward, and you're going to want those for the victory points, as we discussed. Additionally, the Fremen will teach you how to use still suits, which gives you water. That's a currency we have over here. This space, the Hardy Warriors space, you must pay a water to place there, but it's going to provide you 2 troops, 2 combat troops of your house color. Now, if a space has this conflict symbol, you may commit troops to the conflict. Some spaces, like this one up here you'll see, and this one up here from the Emperor, just provide you troops, but don't have that conflict symbol. That means the troops go immediately into your garrison, and that's it. They cannot deploy to the conflict. But if you see the conflict swords symbol on the space, whether or not you gained cubes from the action, you may commit troops to the conflict. Again, that means you're fighting over the rewards here on the conflict card. Could be spice, could be victory points, could be water, could be faction benefits. You've decided, I want to commit some to this space. So, Nikki, you played here on Hardy Warriors.
Okay.
You paid your water, and you gained 2 cubes of your house color.
Wonderful.
Any cubes you gained from the action, from the space itself, or maybe there was a cube on the card too and you got another one, plus up to 2 more if you want, can be deployed into the conflict.
Okay.
So in this case, it was up to 4. You could have done 0, you could have done 1, you could have done 3.
So what you gained on your turn
Plus
plus
up to 2 more from here
Okay.
if there were any. You don't have to do any. If we've all rushed into the conflict and put a bunch in there, you could decide to hold back and wait till next turn and see what's going on. It's always optional, but the sword symbol, the conflict symbol, gives you the option to deploy into the conflict.
Wow, so going first isn't always necessarily the best. 'Cause
No, because going last, you sort of
Yeah.
see what everyone's committed, and then you might be able to make a big play for the conflict, or hold back if it's going to just cost you a bunch of cubes.
Yeah.
All right. The secret space will provide you an intrigue card, and then another effect. Let's look at intrigue cards real quick. There are 3 types of intrigue cards. Plot cards you play during your turn. It can be an agent turn or the reveal turn that we're about to explain. It'll tell you pretty plainly what to do. This one says shuffle your discard pile into your deck, then draw a card. That's pretty nice because you might have bought a really great card last turn,
Yep.
and now you're accelerating it, getting shuffled back into your deck and into your hand. Combat cards are going to affect the conflict and basically add strength or remove strength from other players. We'll explain the combat.
It's like a sneak attack.
It affects the strength of the conflict, which we're going to get to in a moment. And there are just 2 or 3 of these valuable end game cards. A couple of them have. We'll look at this one specifically. If you have at least 2 The Spice Must Flow, that's this very valuable 9-cost victory point card, you get an extra victory point off this card. And if you have more The Spice Must Flow than anyone, another victory point. So that's a very valuable secret goal.
Yeah, plus these are great too, right?
Right.
It's
So
a lot of
it
points.
sort of incentivizes you to just go for that as a goal. However, in this whole intrigue card deck, there are only 2 endgame cards with victory points on them and 1 with a spice tiebreaker on it. Just FYI. You're going to see a lot more plot and combat cards. Don't forget to shuffle that once we start the game. So that's intrigue cards. You can hold as many as you like in your hand. Well, it's not your hand of cards, but it's a separate hand of cards. However, here's why holding a few can be dangerous. The second effect of this secret space is this symbol means every player with 4 or more intrigue cards must give you 1 at random. So, holding 3 or less intrigue cards is very safe. They read your mind, they control you, they're super creepy and totally awesome. But remember that 4 or more intrigue cards can be dangerous and have them be stolen from you. 3 or less is safe. This space selective breeding, you pay spice. This symbol means trash a card from your hand, discard pile, or already played this round, not from your deck unrevealed. But trash a card out of the game completely.
Yeah, get something that you don't want.
Get something that you don't really want, and refine your deck a little bit, and then draw 2 into your hand. That's nice. This space simply gives you a fold space card. We have not looked at this card yet, but it has all 7 symbols on it, meaning you can deploy your agent anywhere on the board when you play it. However, it's a one-time use card. It's immediately trashed. It also draws a card into your hand. So it's valuable, but that's a one-time use card. But this is a free space to play on as well. The Highliner card is a big shipment of freighter goods to your house, which you pay 6 spice for. That's a huge cost. But you get 5 troops you can deploy to the conflict and 2 water. Big
Could you
purchase.
do all 5?
All 5 plus 2 more if you
Nice.
want.
That's
It's up to you.
crazy.
Yeah, that's the biggest influx of troops that I am aware of. Wealth space just gives you 2 Solari. Conspire space costs 4 spice. The Emperor gets a big payment there, but he provides you with 5 Solari, 2 troops. Remember, this one does not have a conflict icon, and an intrigue card.
Okay.
The Landsrad, the noble spaces. This one is the one, costs you 5 Solari. You place your disc up here on the High Council, and that's the permanent 2 persuasion. That's a permanent extra 2 purchasing power for the rest of the game in your reveal phase. We haven't gotten to that yet, but that's essentially increasing your cash in your deck builder. And again, no one can go to a space that already has an agent on it, so you're only going to do that once per game, but you do block it that round from everybody else. The Mentat space is an extra agent. However, keep in mind that you're spending an agent to go there along with 2 Solari. You're drawing a card into your hand, but you're essentially delaying a turn for this round so you can see what everybody else does. And this is an extra agent for this turn. You'll play in your normal, when the turn comes back to you. And he goes back to this space at the end of the round.
Yep.
It essentially allows you to pause for a round and see what everybody else does, and go last if you want to. Rally troops costs 4 Solari. It's 4 troops. It does not deploy to the conflict. Hall of Oratory just gives you a cube and a persuasion. That's purchasing power for the market. The Swordmaster is once per game, very expensive at 8 Solari. That's how you unlock your 3rd agent. That's an extra worker for the rest of the game. Sell Melange sells spice for big amounts of cash. Secure Contract is just a cash 3. We've mentioned that one. And then the spaces on the planet itself. the city ones, these all have conflict. Every time you play on the planet itself, you're allowed to move troops into the conflict. This one is a cube and a card, a cube and an intrigue card, 3 cards drawn. That one costs water to play in. This one is the only one with a faction requirement. To play in this siege, which is what the Fremen call their cool little cave hideout headquarters, you must have at least 2 influence in the Fremen faction. That's the only space with a requirement like that, but you have to have that to play here, and you gain a water and a troop cube. These 3 spaces are all desert spaces where they call the Makers, is what they call the sandworms, the giant indigenous monsters to Arrakis. They all provide spice. There's a phase in the end, which I'm going to get to, where spaces in here that were not chosen during this round will gain spice for the round. So next turn, this gets 3 spice plus whatever built up on it for previous turns. So they become more and more valuable as they're not chosen. And as you can see, there's a free one and one that costs 1 water to get to and one that costs 2 water to get to. That's all the agent spaces, with one little caveat. These 3 spaces have control flags where we can gain control of them. They will come up on conflict cards, and it will just say, they will have this little control flag symbol, and it'll say Carthag or Imperial Basin. If you win that section of the conflict card, you will take control of this space. What that means is you will gain this reward while you control that for any player, including yourself, who places an agent there. You simply gain a spice or gain a Solari whenever someone plays there. There's one more little bonus, which I'm inclined to forget. I'm sure we'll have to remember it if it happens. But if I control the Imperial Basin, and another conflict card comes up that says Imperial Basin, I get an immediate troop into the conflict because I already control it and I'm defending.
From your supply?
From
not
your
in the
supply
garrison?
into
Okay,
the.
that's cool.
Yeah, it's a bonus for already basically having control of that to defend it. But basically, your reward is you're going to get paid every time someone goes there, including yourself. All right. So let's say it's the beginning of the game. I've played 2 agent turns, and now I have 3 cards left in my hand. A reveal turn is just reveal, lay down every card in your hand. In the beginning of the game, it's probably going to be 3, but if you drew more cards during your turn, it may be a different number. In this case, it's very simple. You're looking at the bottom blue bands here. That's the reveal box, and I have 3 persuasion. It's possible that I might have acquired persuasion during the turn from the space or from some other game effect. But persuasion, in something you will recognize very easily if you've played a lot of deck builder games, is the cash that you're going to use to acquire new cards. Oh. This is the market. It's always going to have 5 random cards off the top of the deck and a stock of these 3 generic cards. So I'll total up my persuasion. In this case, let's just say it's 3. And I will buy as many cards as I like from the market. Now, the fold space card here is only available from this fold space. The spice must flow is incredibly expensive at 9. That's going to be a card for later probably. It also has a victory point on it. You can see why it's very expensive. But if let's say there's nothing out here I can afford, you can generally always buy an Arrakis Liaison for 2, which is going to give you more purchasing power, more persuasion later.
Aaron, why is this symbol over here?
That odd little arrow down symbol just means you get that 1 victory point when you purchase this card. Not every time you play the card or every time it cycles through your hand. So this card, in addition to providing spice in your reveal phase as we're demonstrating right now, is a victory point immediately when you buy the card. That's why it's very valuable, but 9 persuasion is a huge amount and it's gonna come into the game a little bit later. So let's say I've got my 3 persuasion and I wanna buy this assassination mission card. It only costs 1 persuasion. Like a lot of deck builders, it goes immediately into my discard pile, face up here. It's not gonna come back for probably a round or 2, and I will shuffle it into my deck when I need to reshuffle. I'm not going to get it to use immediately. You do immediately replace the row to a full 5 cards. However, in my example turn, I only have 2 more persuasion, so I'm going to buy an Arrakis Liaison to fill out my purchases for the turn. And we will reshuffle this into the deck and keep our actual market for the game that we revealed and not mess that up. The last thing you will do in your reveal turn before you clean up all your cards and end your active turns is set your combat strength for the coming conflict. If you did not put any troops into the conflict, your strength is 0, no matter what. Nikki, for example,
Yes.
you didn't want to play the conflict this round,
Of course,
so you have
it's
0
a good
strength.
example.
However, let's say I played my 2 troops in here and my combat strength is 4. And in your basic deck, you're not going to have any of these, but as your deck changes, we've discussed, part of your reveal bands, the blue band, may have this red crysknife symbol. That is something that will add to your combat strength. As you can see on the handy-dandy icons right here on the board, 2 strength per cube, 1 strength per crysknife symbol. Let's say it's a little later in the game, and I've got my 2 cubes here for 4 strength, and 4 crysknife symbols for 8. One thing that's going to affect this a little bit later in the combat phase is your intrigue cards if you choose to play any. But you're setting your initial strength from your reveal bands of your cards that you laid down, not your cards that you discarded to place agents, just what was left in your hand, and your cubes in the conflict. That's your initial combat strength. So let's just say we all did that. We have some varying strength here.
I want mine there.
Oh, that's a pretty strong
It's
showing.
not actually shown here, though.
Yeah. I'm just pretending. Okay, let's just say Lincoln's got no. You had a couple knives. Then we go on to the combat phase. Once everyone's taken a reveal phase, we go to combat. Starting with the first player, which is Jackie. We didn't give her the first player token, but she's got it. She has the opportunity to play combat intrigue cards. She doesn't have any in her hand because we haven't started the game yet. As we mentioned, a lot of these intrigue cards are going to have combat on the bottom of them. They are now playable. She can play as many as she wants or pass. There are quite a few varying effects on these cards. We won't show you all of the possibilities, but for instance, this one you must have a faction alliance to play. You would pay spice for a big strength increase. This one is an or. You can either add some strength or retreat up to 3 of your troops. You've decided to cut your losses and take your troops back to your house garrison. And some of them will be when you win a conflict. You don't have to play this until the end of the conflict when the first, second, and third place are being divvied up. Then you can play when you win. You don't have to play this ahead of time and predict that you're going to win. So we all have the opportunity to play those going around in a circle. Once everyone passes consecutively, then the conflict is over and we tally up the strength, or essentially check the current strength levels. So you can always continue playing one at a time if you want. It always goes around the table until everyone has decided not to play conflict cards or intrigue cards, or we're all out of cards.
So you can pass and then you can come back in as long as
As
not
long,
everyone
well,
is.
as long as not everyone passes immediately after you, yes.
So it's just you're taking your chances.
You are. But you can also, if you have 5 cards, you can play one, see what happens if everyone passes, play another one, see what happens if everyone passes. You don't have to commit your whole hand at once.
Got it.
Okay. Whenever we play the cards, we're going to adjust the strength here on the track. Let's say Jackie had a bunch of great cards and she ended up with 15 strength. She gets the rewards on the first space of the conflict card. I ended up with 9 and I get the 2 spice on the second place, and Lincoln got third place. If you ended up with no troops via retreating, or maybe a card removed or destroyed your troops, you have no combat score and you cannot gain a space on the reward on the conflict card. What happens if someone ties, either for first or second or third place on a conflict card? The answer to this in this game is you're generally going to get something, but it's not that great. You're always going to get bumped down a rank. If Jackie and I tied, these counters have plus 20 on the back in case you happen to go to 28 or up to 40 strength.
Okay.
And late game numbers can get pretty big. Let's say Jackie and I tied for first place at 15. No one gets first place. we both get second place. And then that was first and second place, so anybody else gets third place, whoever's next. If two people tie for third place, they get nothing.
And like it.
Oh, wow.
If Jackie, if you won first place and Lincoln and I tied for second, we both get third. So you always, ties will get you bumped down a rank. Third place, by the way, only exists in a 4-player game. In a 3-player game, there is no third place. You're just competing for first and second. Now, the one reason, like I mentioned, that Nikki, didn't want to commit troops to the conflict when she saw that we were all fighting really hard this turn. Every troop in the conflict, whether you won the conflict or got your reward or not, is done. It goes back to your supply at the end of the conflict. Everybody in there is expended.
Okay.
They have fought and paid the price, but that's it.
Then I might
So-
be in a better position for the
next
next.
That's why that
Maybe.
card that let you possibly retreat some out of the conflict
Yeah.
when you see that things aren't going so well might be a good card.
Okay.
Everything that you've committed in there is gone. And that's the end of the combat phase. The next phase, very simple, is the Makers phase, where, as I mentioned, any of these desert spaces that did not get claimed this turn will add 1 spice. They will build up from round to round. And then the final phase of the turn is check for end game. If anyone has reached 10 victory points, or we've determined the final conflict card and the deck is done, the game is now over, and we'll see who won. If not, we return the Mentat agent to its space. We take back all of our agents from the board, and we pass the start player token clockwise. And we start the next round by flipping a new conflict card. That's the entire game. Does anyone have any questions or clarifications?
Yeah. Wait,
Go for it.
So when somebody hits 10, the game ends immediately,
Well-
or do you finish out the round?
If one or more players has reached 10 or above, the game will end at the end of that round. If they still have 10 at the end of the turn. It's possible, say, for Nikki to reach 10 in the middle of a
Yeah.
round, but then maybe lose her alliance token and go back down to 9, right? It's not going to end immediately at 10, or just by someone having 10 at some point during the turn. But at the end of the round, once we've done the combat and the conflict and passed out those rewards, yes, as long as any player or any more than one player has reached 10, the game will end now. There's no final round, there's no bonus turns, there's nothing like that. The only thing that matters is the points you have, and as we mentioned, a couple of the intrigue cards which might provide extra hidden victory points. If we happen to be tied,
Yes.
and neither one of us had the bonus victory points in our intrigue cards, then the first tiebreaker is spice tokens.
All right.
She who controls the spice controls the universe.
That's correct.
But that's not the only thing that wins.
It is not
That's
the
only
only. It is
tiebreaker.
the first tiebreaker. Water is the second tiebreaker. Solari is the third tiebreaker. Troops garrisoned in your house circle here are the fourth tiebreaker.
Wow, I
And
can't believe they go that far
They do.
in the.
Then you could tie if you actually had tied for all 5 of those things exactly. Miracle of miracles. You could actually tie the game. But that's how the game will end. That, I believe, is everything we have covered. We're ready to start. Everybody take back your agents from the example turns.
Okay.
And I've got a disc up here and anything else. And then,
Thank you.
let's all very quickly say our house special abilities.
All right.
Jackie, you're the start player.
I
What are
am
you-
Glosu the Beast Robin, and my special ability when I play my signet ring is that I get a troop, and if I have one of these tokens, I get 2. And I start the game with 2 additional resources, 1 spice and 1 Solari.
Ah, nice.
Wow.
We all start with
Solarium,
1 water, but
Solarium.
you start with 1 of everything. My Count Ilban Richese from House Richese, or Richese.
Rich cheese.
Richese.
cheese.
Richies. I think Richese is probably close enough. My signet ring provides a Solari, and my Ruthless Negotiator power, which I'm not going to forget about, is whenever I pay Solari for a board space, I get to draw a card.
Nice.
So when that's part of, I actually want those spaces where I pay cash because it draws a card.
Okay.
Nikki?
Yeah. I am playing Paul Atreides from House Atreides. My signet ring, when I play that card, is to draw a card from my deck.
Yep.
And my special is you may look at the top card of your deck at any time.
Yeah, prescience. You're
It's got magic visions of the
Yes,
future.
right.
Ah, okay.
Pretty handy.
He's seen.
So that means after I draw my 5, I can look at the top
You
card.
basically always know what that next one
Okay.
coming is. Yeah.
Even if she's drawn it,
And she always knows
she
what the
can.
next
Wow,
one
that's
is.
awesome.
She always. Okay, and
I'm
Lincoln?
Earl Memnon Torvald, and it's House Torvald. My connections are when you take a high council seat, meaning
That's
this
space up
one.
here,
The one
yeah.
time I get to do it in the game, I also get to bump my influence in one of the houses, or not one of the
Factions,
houses, one
any
of the
one
factions.
faction.
Yes.
That's pretty good, and it's of your choice.
Right, and then my signet ring is Spice Horde. I gain an additional spice because spice is nice.
Oh, nice. Okay, Jackie, are you ready to begin?
Oh, you're putting me to the
as
test already.
As you remember,
Okay.
the conflict for this round is spice and a faction bump on the first place one.
Okay.
Should you decide to commit troops to that conflict.
I am so torn. I am just torn. So
Whatever
what I'm
you
gonna
do is wrong. I'm going to take
I
advantage of it.
know, I know. All right, I am just
Wow.
gonna.
I don't know.
Oh God, which do I want to do? All right, I am going to not AP it. I'm just going to gonna go seek some allies. So I'll trash this card and take it
Wow.
out of the game.
Right away.
And I'm gonna suck up to the Emperor and gain 2 Solari, please.
And you're going to place an agent in a space to do that, right?
And yeah. So I need to go over here,
Yep.
and then and I'm bumped up 1 on the alliance
Very
chart
nice.
here.
And you got some money.
Yep.
I am going to also get money by, whoops, not that one. I'm going to play Dune the Desert Planet. It's got a yellow triangle symbol, and I'm going to go here to take 3 monies, please. The big tokens are 5, by the way, for
Okay.
Spice and Solari.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
Nikki Paul.
Well, I want to see what kind of intrigue card I can get. So
Yeah.
I'm going to play this Reconnaissance and put it on this one.
Yeah, and you
And
get
that's got the X thing too.
so you get a cube into the garrison.
Okay.
You could also.
And you can also deploy that cube plus up to 2 more if you want to go for the conflict.
Let's just
Yeah, fight.
fight.
And now you have an intrigue card that you should keep secret from us.
Okay.
And read quietly to yourself. After you look at your intrigue card and read it, put it face down, like sort of spread out, because
Okay.
we can always see how many everyone has.
All right.
For that purposes of knowing who
Bene
you can
Gesserit.
steal from with 4 or more, you should always know how many intrigue
right.
cards
Also
everyone
knowing
has.
whether somebody's gonna maybe bump up
Right.
their combat strength.
That too, yes. That. All right, Thorvald.
Torvald. It's Earl Memnon. Come on, Torvald. It's House Torvald.
You don't look like an earl.
I think it's not Earl. It's not the first name. I'm sure it's.
None to his
It's
friends.
yeah.
I like that show where you had a list that you
My
of
name
people
is
you'd
Earl-
wronged and
Earl
you were going
Memnon
back
Torvald.
to. My
Yeah.
name is Earl Memnon Torvald. Yeah, it was a great show.
Okay.
See your cards.
Well, I'll play my signet ring, which lets me go
Yeah.
to. I'm not going to be able to. Well, I can go to House of Oratory, Hall of Oratory, if I want to go there. But I can also go to any of the blue and any of the desert locations
Nice.
that I can afford.
Get into this fight.
Yeah.
Fear is the mind killer, Lincoln.
Yeah.
Oh, this was from the example. That spice is
Yeah.
not on that space.
Well, I can't afford it.
I
anyway.
was
None of
hoping
us
for
can.
it.
Nope, too bad. You lose.
I will go here. Arakeen. Oh, yeah, flat. I get a cube,
Nice.
which I will be involved.
Oh,
And then I
Dun,
will
dun,
draw a card.
dun.
scary.
All right. I don't particularly like this, but I sort of have to do it. I think I gotta just go to the garbage Hall of Oratory, give a speech,
Oh, it's very moving.
Gain a troop to my garrison, and I will have 1 additional persuasion on my reveal.
Yes.
Okay.
I can see how that is not bad.
Yeah.
Very minor deck building technicality correction for all of us. We're playing into our discard pile, but we should play cards here
Okay.
onto our player mats like this or something similar. Cards in your discard pile are in your discard pile at the end of your turn once we've finished everything, because if you draw cards and have to reshuffle your discard pile mid-turn, what you've played right now is active during the turn and shouldn't be shuffled in. That's the only reason that you can't immediately discard a card as you play it. Okay, Jackie totally stole my space, which I wanted. She totally stole it. So I have to go...
Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't get my additional spice.
for Signet Ring.
That is
That's a
important.
good...
Gotta remember.
I'm playing my Signet Ring as well, so that's a good point. My Signet Ring provides me a Solari. Please give me 1 money. And the only good space I can go to is Imperial Basin, which gives me a spice. Spice! I'm done.
It's a spice.
It's a spicy spiceable.
Well, darn it. That's where I was going to go.
Oh, and it does have a conflict symbol. Sorry, I'm going to play something into the conflict. I'm going to play...
No, I can't go there.
I'll play off.
Yeah,
No,
not
I only,
blink.
I didn't gain any, so the most I can play is 2. Okay.
Okay. Can I go anywhere? I guess I can go there. If I can't,
You could just pass. You can, or you could take a reveal turn instead of taking an agent turn.
Okay.
If you can't go anywhere, or they're just all really expensive and you don't particularly want to, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, this is just a free. Well, if you didn't have the symbol.
If
But
I don't
yeah,
have the
it's possible to
symbol, then I'm
not have be
stuck.
able to go anywhere,
yeah.
or not want to. It's the
Okay.
only thing, you know.
I'll do this.
In fact, I think this was the only space I could go to based on what was in my
Mining.
hand.
I'll go here, and then I have to pay a water.
You do?
Which I'm a little worried about that this early
Does
in the
give you
game.
2 spice.
But 1, 2, and I will move my other 2.
Oh.
Okay, well, I'm going to seek allies. Take that one
It's
out.
trashed.
I will go here. And
Move
I
your-
get in. Yep.
You get a bump
Nice.
on the Bene Gesserit. And of course, no one has more than 4 intrigue cards, so you're not going to steal anybody's cards. Once you have read that, put it face down so we can all see what you've got. And as I mentioned, we all have 2 agents. Nobody played any trickery, so we're all going to take a reveal turn now.
So I have to
Jackie's gonna
take
be
a
first.
reveal. I've got 3 from my cards and 1 from the Hall of Oratory,
Yes.
which isn't really going to be that useful because
But you
I
can
think
get
I'm
the
going
4,
to,
or you can get 2 of those
could,
things.
except I actually want the Bene Gesserit sister.
Ah.
So she'll go into my discard pile.
You don't want the 1?
Oh yeah, you can.
You may buy more than 1 if...
What does this one do? This one, when this card is trashed, get 4 smaller. So it's but you so I'd have
So
to
you
go
really
there
would
to
need
trash it.
a trash effect, yeah.
Ooh,
but
do
that's
I
a lot
want
of
it?
money.
Oh yeah, do I? You know what? I'm gonna take it.
That's
Right.
true.
That's right.
Gumming
I
up your
forgot that
deck
you
is
can do that. So
Yep.
okay,
You
so
may
that
buy
is,
it, whatever you can afford.
that is my turn.
it's freak and death commando. Oh no.
So now now I put these in my discard pile, right?
You didn't have any troops deployed to the conflict,
Right.
so you have 0 strength. You didn't have any daggers on your reveal cards, right?
Nope.
Just reminding everyone that that is also part of the reveal phase.
Okay.
Right. But I spent this to take a spot from you.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Which I really was going to go there, but that's okay. Okay, my reveal, I saved my convincing argument, so I also have 3 persuasion. So I can buy the Bene Gesserit sister, which was
Did I
the
say?
same.
Wait.
Yeah, I think there's just another one. So I've got 3 persuasion. I'm actually going to buy the same card Jackie did with the first one, this Bene Gesserit sister, which is an option for combat or persuasion. Goes into my discard pile. And point out this one just in case anybody's curious about it. This Fremen Death Commando, Fedakeen
Fedakeen,
Death
yeah,
Commando.
freaking Death
he
Commando.
is a Fremen. He's got a special thing where he's worth 1 persuasion. If you have Fremen Bond, he adds 3 combat value. What's Fremen Bond? Fremen Bond means if you have another Fremen card, it's got a little blue tag there at the top of it, played this turn in your active cards.
That seems kind of lucky.
It does. It kind of means that you would have to, he also has a nice trash effect in his active agency.
trash.
But yeah, you'd really have to kind of get a lot of Fremen cards. You really would want to be concentrating on getting those cards as often as possible. Although this one has it too. This card that's always available until this runs out anyway. There's Fremen's right there.
Okay.
Fremen's.
Fremen's.
So I'm going to replace this.
Okay.
However, also, I have 2 troops in the conflict for 4.
Yeah.
And 1 from my dagger card for
Yeah.
5.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Look at that.
No.
Look at that. That's me. It may not help. You guys have more troops than I do anyway.
Okay.
Okay, Nikki, reveal.
I have a question. Can I reveal the intrigue now too? Is that when it's...
If it seems to matter now, yes, because you're taking your turn. You can do them during reveal or agent turns.
But if you're bumping combat, you might want to wait until we're basically bidding
yeah,
and
if
then
it's,
for
if
combat.
it's just got swords or something on it, you probably couldn't wait.
Well, I'm going to do it.
Okay.
Okay. It's just to bump up on
Nice.
that
Oh yeah,
track.
nice. Do it.
So that's...
Give her 1 on
I'm
the Emperor
blue,
track.
so I got 1 there. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
make a discard pile over there.
Okay. Discard. And then here's my deal. I got 3
Yeah.
and a combat.
And a combat.
So we're going
So
to
do your purchase
end up
first.
with, if Lincoln doesn't have something up his sleeve. So I only have 3, which
So
is
you're-
sad. You took the one I
I
wanted.
did take the 1. So you can buy the Death Commando or the regular Arrakis one for 2.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to get a lot of Fremen. That just
He also,
seems
this is a
weird.
good, trash a card from your deck. Gets
Yeah.
rid of the basic wimpy cards.
And
Not
it's
bad.
got
And it's got 2
one,
symbols.
2 symbols. Well, the other one's got 2 symbols.
Yeah, that's true.
I'll do the 3.
It's probably better. I mean, it's costs more. It's got to be better, right?
That's right.
And it's replaced with Siege Reverend Mother. She's Bene
Oh.
Gesserit and Fremen.
That's nice.
She trashes a card, and she has Fremen Bond, 3 persuasion and a spice.
Wow.
Oh, this Fremen Bond thing might be kind of nice, actually.
Well, I have no more
And you also
purchasing
have,
power, so.
but you do have
Yes.
9 combat strength.
Why?
She's got 4 troops
yeah.
and a dagger.
Yeah.
Lincoln, and those go in your discard pile
Okay.
along with the ones you just bought.
That one, yeah.
Yep. And I guess, now you can discard everything that you've played during the turn.
Okie dokie.
Lincoln.
I have a pile of stuff.
Great.
I
Boom.
have, unfortunately, only 3,
Ooh.
but let's move Jackie's so there's no confusion.
Yeah, discard.
So I have 3 persuasion, which doesn't get me much.
Nope.
So I will take a Arrakis Liaison. Certainly fun to be last in that
Yeah,
stuff.
that was not a great market for you.
And then I add 2 swords, so that gives me a total of 8. So I'm second on that.
For now.
Yeah, for now.
Although you're the only one with an intrigue card, so this will be a very short combat. Discard those your cards.
Yep.
The new one you just bought went into your discard pile. You
Yep.
can discard your signet ring as well, everything else you
So
played
now I
during the turn.
pass.
Right. You're not in the conflict. The combat phase is going to be very simple this round. Jackie is the start player. She does not commit any troops. She can't play anything to increase her strength of 0. I have no intrigue cards. Nikki has no intrigue cards. Lincoln has 1 intrigue card.
And saving it.
You're saving it.
Yep.
All right. The combat has finished. Nikki has won the combat. Take 1 spice and increase any 1 faction influence track you wish. Oh, what a surprise! She's
Is
doing
that
a
a
1.
surprise? Not
No,
really.
not at all. And
We were supposed to start
we
at
were
1,
supposed to
right?
start at 1,
Yeah.
yes. We all got bumped to 0. And you are blue. Nikki is currently winning the game with 2
right.
victory points.
Enjoy
and you got
it
your
now,
spice.
because it's
Lincoln,
not going to
take 2
last.
spice. And please hand me 1 for 3rd place. At least I got something. And
Sad
all these troops
trombone over here.
have spent their, let's just call it, spent their ammunition and gone home to rest.
So now does the first player token stay with me?
Nope. Well, there's just a couple more bookkeeping things to do. The maker spaces that were not chosen get a spice. That's 1 whole phase on its own. We check for the end of the game. We return the Mentat marker. We all take our agents back off the board. I'm not red, I'm yellow. And then we pass the start player marker clockwise.
What if I want to keep it?
Then play some other game where that happens. Now, we start a new round by flipping the conflict card and drawing 5 cards into your hand.
What do we? Oh, wow.
So this would be, wow, that's an alliance bump and 2 intrigue. Wow, there's intrigue cards on all of them. But third place
Nice.
is intrigue or spice.
Okay. Do these go back?
Yes, thank you. They
Yeah,
do
'cause
reset
it's
to
all
0.
reset.
It's all brand new. Lincoln was the only one who drew cards during that turn. You should reshuffle your deck because you're going to know what's on top.
Okay.
Even though it's not time
Well,
for you to
here's
draw
my-
yet, you should know what's coming up next. Oh, and I'm the star player. Let's see what I want to do. I will seek allies since everybody else, well, not everybody. That card gets trashed, but it goes on any faction space, as we know, and I'm going to do the one that gets me the intrigue card and the Bene Gesserit bump, and that's it.
Okay. I think I'm going to do Seek Allies also.
Okay.
And I am going to go here.
And that gives you a fold space card in addition to the
Yay.
bump on.
And that goes straight.
That does go correctly into your discard pile. So it basically you can play on any space on the
Yeah.
board and draw a card, but it's a one use.
I think I need that though.
It's not bad.
I will do reconnaissance. Place one here. Gives me another card and another cube. Just garrison it.
She said evilly. I am going to play my signet ring. So I will take 1 troop, add it to my garrison, and I'm going to go to the Imperial Basin. I will take 1 spice, and I'm going to throw 2 troops in there.
Yes, you certainly seem to have the advantage in the conflict this round. I'm going to play my dagger and go to the Mentat space. Because paying 2 Solari for a space lets me draw a card. So I'm going to draw 2 cards. 1 for the space reward itself and 1 for my special ability. And take the Mentat space and go again after this. Go ahead, Nikki.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to do the dagger also. And go up here.
Yep.
And move one into my garrison.
Yes. And
And-
don't forget you have an extra persuasion for purchasing at the end of
Does
the round.
that let that do that now?
Is that the one?
It always goes in the garrison.
Garrison. I'm not.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. It
Gonna
Does
fight.
she
Yeah, yeah,
can't she
yeah, yeah,
can't
yeah.
conflict with it.
I'll play diplomacy. And I will go. I'm going to go down here with the.
Here. Okay.
Yeah.
So you get a water
Yep. And I go up 1
and
green.
1 in the green. And it's got crossed swords,
Yep.
so you can.
And I will move 2 into the conflict.
Sweet.
Why?
He's got that.
Because. Yeah, but no, but why? She's taking it personally
I
once in a
just-
while.
Because.
Because now I have to change my plans. All right. Since you're doing that, I will do a little reconnaissance on Carthage, and I will. Oh yeah, I am recruiting a troop, and I'm going to.
Go for it.
I
I just want to be in it.
I know. Okay, and I get an intrigue card, right? Ooh, this
Do you?
is exciting. Yeah,
Yeah, right.
Oh, for that, thank you.
yeah.
Oh wait, isn't it supposed to be your guy, not the?
Yes, you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
This is your High Council member.
I was excited.
Someday.
What can I tell you? I like plotting evilly. I can't pay attention to things.
So is this essentially the third placement?
Yeah, but basically
Okay.
I spent one of my placements getting it.
Yeah.
So it's not.
It's just
it
offsetting
just
it,
let
but
me
it
go.
let you draw
I
more
went
cards.
first and last this turn,
Okay.
but I paid some cash for it. Okay, and I don't have. It's not like I have a huge super move to do awesome stuff, but
Come on.
I'm playing diplomacy to go here to selective breeding.
Oh, you're
It
gonna
costs
pay for something.
2 spice. I'm gonna trash a dagger. I get the victory point for the Bene Gesserits for now. And I get to draw 2. I trash my card, I get to draw 2,
Okay.
which hopefully should give me a bunch of money for the end of the turn.
Whee!
And we have all done all our agents, so you can go ahead and take a reveal turn.
Okay, reveal. I'm revealing all of these.
It looks like you have 4,
Plus
5 persuasion to spend, and you didn't put anything in the conflict.
No, I'm not fighting.
So you got 3 5s to choose
I'm
from and
taking
2
that
4s.
dude.
You like this guy, Stilgar?
Yes.
He's a big major character.
I get some water.
You
That's
get water whenever you play
important.
him, and money and fight at the end. Okay, and that
he's
was
a
everything.
Fremen.
He is a Fremen, and that was the whole 5.
that
So you're
was it.
done.
I'm
You have
done.
no combat strength.
Nope.
Lincoln.
Okay. I have 5 plus 1 combat strength. I think I'll take Thufir.
Oh yeah, he's pretty good. Look at all those symbols.
Yeah.
I would have taken.
I
him
would
if
have
you
too.
hadn't,
I would have
so-
too. Let's not be that surprised.
Yeah. What do we got? Oh, we got the.
Wait.
Wait,
combat
I only have-
strength.
He's got a combat thing.
You are green, so you
Yeah.
have 4 from troops and 1 from that
Yep.
dagger.
yeah.
So
Okay.
You're at 5.
He is currently at 5.
All right. So I'm making 2 convincing arguments.
Oh, look at your convincing.
Very
arguments.
convincing.
So
You also-
4.
So I have 4 plus 1
I think
extra.
that's what
to
I
my
just did too,
combat
because that's
strength.
what I had.
One
I was
dagger.
frustrated.
You're at 9.
I'm gonna, yeah. So boy, we have a couple good choices, but then I'm gonna take the see how I pronounce it.
Siege.
Siege Reverend
Yeah,
Mother.
she's pretty good too.
Yeah, so I'm kind of another Bene Gesserit, and ooh, I've got some trashing ability now. I like that.
Yeah, I like trashing ability. Okay. What is that? Ah,
You
can
oh,
go
this is a cool
down.
card.
I had
This
just
looks
mentioned
mean.
off camera that there was a symbol that means go up 2.
Yeah.
So this would be, if you play this during an agent turn, as the card you're playing, down 1 in one alliance and pay 2 spice
But you go up
to
2
go
in another.
up 2 in another.
Oh, that's not. You're not doing it to somebody else.
Nope.
Okay.
You know, you're
shifting
betraying one
allegiances, yeah.
faction to fully
for
support
another.
another.
Okay.
And paying some spice for the cost.
Oh,
Nice.
What we
Opportunity.
didn't do, did we set my combat strength? We
Yeah, I
did.
just
Okay,
mentioned it real
right.
quick. Like,
Notice there's something in there.
I know it looks pokey.
Yeah, I know.
I'll still get some good cards, but you guys took the ones I want. I just drew 2 cards on my final play. I have 7 to spend. Wow. Yeah.
Nice.
So, Gunthopter is each opponent loses a garrison troop on the gray. You may deploy a troop from your garrison. Wow, that's pretty. This guy spends water for troops and cards, and he gains water at the end. These are all pretty nice. And then this one is the double
Yeah.
faction gain, which
Why
is
do you
pretty
trash
great.
it? It doesn't. It's kind of a drag. Why is it so?
Oh, you trash it. It's just a
Just
one
trash
time.
it.
Because it's
card.
so powerful,
'Cause
you
that's-
only get to use it
Yeah,
once.
if you use that 4 times during the game, you'd be dominating a couple faction tracks pretty easily. I guess I will take. Do I want the water gun? I'm going to take the Gunthopter and plan on some conflict at some
Thopped it.
point.
Yeah.
I have 3 left. Oh, there's a 6.
Wow.
Worm Riders, Fremen.
Ooh.
If you have 2 Fremen influence, they're worth 4 combat strength. If you have the Alliance, they're worth 6. And they just straight gain 2 spice if you play them during your phase.
So these 2 things stack.
Yes, it's a 4 and then a +2. I have 3 left, so I can take this and this, or I can take Shifting Alliances. I guess I'll take Shifting Alliances, see what I can make out of that. So I spent my 7, and I discard everything, and I also have no conflict strength whatsoever. Yes, go ahead and replace
You
that.
did.
Thank you.
You had one.
I have nothing in the
Oh, I
combat.
see.
I can't.
Yeah, I
I
see.
can't
You can't bump
contribute
it,
to
yeah.
0. We've got a Smuggler's Thopter.
What is that?
Interesting.
Okay.
If you have 2
Right.
Spacing Guild influence, you can draw 2 cards.
Nice.
And then the reward down there for reveal is persuasion and spice. Okay. I'm the start player. That means Lincoln has the first opportunity in combat conflict to play his
Not
influence
gonna
card.
hold
No.
on to it.
Jackie?
Nothing I'm
No.
doing.
The conflict has ended. Jackie gets 2 influence cards and a faction bump.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead. Now I get the victory point too, right?
Yes, that's a
Okay.
shareable victory point. Everyone can get to level 2 on everything and get those victory points. The Emperor likes you and Nikki. And did you give her 2 cards?
Yeah, I did.
Lincoln gets a intrigue card and a spice. Troops go home to rest.
Thank you. Oops.
Wait,
Sorry.
that's technically the beginning of the next round, but
No.
I know you're just preparing.
Okay.
I know you're
Trying to
I
just
put it all
shorten
back.
I know, I'm doing
Spice
that now.
added to unchosen spaces.
Okay.
Obviously not the end of the game. I do need to return the Mentat. Now take your pieces off the board.
Quick question, Aaron.
Yes.
We're allowed to look at our entry
Of
cards
course,
at any time, right?
absolutely.
Okay.
In fact,
making
that's
sure.
just a handy thing so we can all see how many you have. It's really
Okay. 'Cause
they're yours. They're
I'm at-
yours to do with as you wish.
I'm at
sorry.
3, and if I got
okay.
one more, I
Thank
would
you.
be at risk. All right.
As we start the 3rd round and flip over this conflict card, let me just tell you one thing I didn't tell you at the beginning. These are set up in a way so that they're a little different each time. There are a selection of conflict card 1s that are always different to start the game, and some conflict cards 2 which are different to start the game, but they obviously increase the stakes as the game goes on.
Right.
If we get to the conflict cards 3, you'll start to see even bigger rewards. So there's escalating stakes as well as some randomness within the
Stakes.
conflict deck. So, stakes, what are the stakes for this round? Look at that, a
Stakes.
victory point. And a control of the Imperial Basin. In fact, this is called
Oh, okay.
Secure Imperial Basin. All the last 2 were just a generic skirmish and cloak and dagger.
Ah.
They actually have thematic names for the conflict cards. So whoever takes first place and doesn't tie for this conflict card will get the victory point and their flag on Imperial Basin, meaning they get spice every time someone goes there.
Spice.
And then it's water for 2nd and 3rd place. Our troops are a little depleted here. We may see
they
some
are.
interesting plays for this round. Okay, now draw your 5 cards, reshuffling if you need to. I will pass this to Nikki, the new start player.
Uh-oh.
That's right. It's on you. You better make the right choice.
Probably not.
No, you do. You got it all set up. I know.
I do?
Yeah, you got it.
Oh. I will play Reconnaissance. And I will go up here. I will gain a cube and a card. And deploy those 2.
Yep.
Cool.
I don't know. I don't think it's that cool.
I think it's cool. I think it's cool.
Oh, okay. I didn't know it was that cool.
Nah, that's not. They're lying.
Well, I'll play my signet ring. I guess I'm going to keep it up here. And I will go... I'll go here. Cost me 2 water.
Gets
Oh,
you
nice.
5 spice.
That's nice.
Oh, wow.
Big ol' brick of spice.
Yep. Look at all that spice he's got.
I know.
I mean, I am spice
He
hoard.
controls the spice.
I'm hoarding it. I'm not
You
even
are
using
hoarding
it.
it. That's right.
and then you could deploy if you had garrison, right?
Right.
Correct.
There's no other. Okay.
However, having no garrison
Yeah.
limits that option.
And additionally, I get 1 more
Oh,
spice
come
for my
on.
signet. Yeah, I know,
Wow.
it's just,
Do you wanna change
I
that
might as well-
out?
yeah.
He's going to build
Might as well
a
chip up.
Jenga tower of giant spice tokens.
All right, I'm just going to go visit. I'm going to use Dune the Desert Planet, and I'm going to go here and get 3 Solari.
You got
Taking
it.
some money.
Well, heck, give me
Oh,
2.
that's nice.
I'm also going to use Dune the Desert Planet. but
Desert
I'm
buggy.
gonna I'm going to spend my water to take this 3 spice.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow, wow, wow. Am I the only one fighting this turn?
So far.
Oh no. Is someone gonna pull an intrigue card out at the last? Oh, yay. I'm gonna play a dagger.
Dagger.
Go up
Dagger.
there again. Gain, and then just put the one that I got.
Nope, that is not a
That
conflict
is
space.
not.
That is not, yeah.
That one cannot be deployed right now.
Sorry.
That's
Well,
okay.
I still need it.
It's still good, and you still got your persuasion.
I'm still happy with that move.
I will go with Dune, the desert planet. I'll come here to the sell Melage.
Nice.
Yeah.
I will sell 2 for 6.
Good trade.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's barely put a dent in his
Yeah.
the spice
My
bank.
hoard, my hoard.
Now you can start going to places
I know,
that
I
cost,
needed
right?
To, I needed
That's
to have
good.
money.
Yeah.
All right, my Seat Revan mother is going to let me trash Dune the Desert Planet. Bye-bye. And I will go up on, I'm going to go on the Fremen track. So I will gain 1 influence.
You're
I'll go
red.
into Still
Okay.
Suits.
And
This
water.
one?
Yes.
Yep, it's the only one I can go to, and I'll gain a water.
Are you gonna deploy?
Oh, yeah. Hello.
Yep, yep.
I'm going to use my signet ring, which gets me 1 Solari. And I'm going to go to Carthag, which gets me 1 troop deployed.
No.
And an intrigue card.
Sweet.
I
I'm gonna
believe we're all done
reveal.
with that, yep.
Oh, so there's so much I want to do.
I know,
it's
it's
just really
2
hard
turns
to
per
decide.
round is really a nice tight action
Here's my
economy.
reveal. Don't.
How'd you get so many cards? All right, so
I
you
did-
have 6
6, yep.
Yeah.
to spend,
Yep.
Right. This one is.
and you didn't get
I
Fremen Bond
I don't
because
get
you
the
didn't get another.
fighting,
Right,
unfortunately,
right.
because I didn't get another.
You didn't play another Fremen this turn,
Fremen.
unfortunately.
But I got 6.
You do have 6 to spend.
So I actually don't want the worm riders.
don't want the worm?
'cause I don't.
Duncan's
Fremen
pretty
do.
great.
Duncan is not bad at all,
Yeah. That's spend a water to get.
but he also provides water if you use him in the reveal phase.
Let's do Duncan. So
He
that's
is.
4.
That's 4. You also get to see what replaces him. So you got 2 1s and then the 2. This one is, if you have another Bene Gesserit card in play, gain a faction bump. Wow. For the Missionaria Protectiva.
Wow.
But otherwise, it's just a cheap $1, one persuasion.
Yeah,
Well-
and you have and that's a Fremen card, the Arrakis Leader.
True.
Yeah. And I have
Yeah,
2
you-
left, so I will
Yeah.
get that one.
You probably do want to sort of stick
Yeah.
with your suit instead of getting multiple things.
Okay.
All right. And you don't get that, but
no.
you do have 4 current strength, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. I just get 2, so I'll take. Don't know if I need. I guess I can take both the 1s.
Or you could take 1 and see what replaces it, but yes.
Yeah, I'll take the Missionaria
That one
Protect.
seems pretty good. If you
Yeah.
get more Bene Gesserits. It is replaced with Lietkines, a Fremen and an Emperor class.
Wow.
2 persuasion for each Fremen card you have in play, including this one.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'll take this one.
Okay.
Sardaukar Infantry.
And it's replaced with The Voice, a Bene Gesserit card. On an agent turn, choose any board space. Opponents can't send their next agents there this round.
Oof.
So it blocks it for 1 turn.
Nice.
And it's a 2 purchase card. The Voice is the mind control ability of the Bene Gesserits, where they compel you to
That
do what they want.
Scary
It's
voice.
super creepy, yes.
That creepy voice,
So
yes.
you took the card I really wanted, but all right. So this is my reveal. I'm going to use this for the 2 military, which means I only have 2 persuasion to spend. So I will take the Voice.
And your military is 6.
Yep.
4 for troops and 2 for that. Mine is 4
No.
persuasion, but 7 military with my gunthopter.
Okay.
And I can deploy a troop for my garrison, but it's empty.
Believe it or not, I was shooting for 2, second place, but I wanted the 2 water.
So I have.
Yeah, sure.
What is this scout? It's 1 and 1. Retreat up to 2 of your troops. That's interesting. The Smuggler's Thopter is for the Spacing Guild, and what do you get? Extra card draws from it. I wish I had one more. I like this card, but I'll take the Smuggler's Thopter. And it's replaced with Bene Gesserit Initiate, who just draws a card and has 1 purchasing power. Okay, everyone
But-
discard what you purchased and played.
I get to shovel my whole entire deck.
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
You just discarded. You haven't drawn anything. Okay. Nikki, you're in the conflict. You have no intrigue cards to play.
Nothing.
Lincoln, you're not in the conflict. Jackie, are you going to play an intrigue card?
Yeah, I don't really want to play it this early, but I'm going to play it. I'm going to do an ambush. So 4 more, please.
4 more, giving you a current 10.
What are you doing? Oh boy. I'm so excited.
Unfortunately, I choose not to play a card right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you want to play another one, or are you done?
Oh, I'm good.
All right, so you win. You place your flag on the Imperial Basin,
Woohoo.
and you get a victory point, more importantly.
I
You
like
are
that.
red. Yeah, I wanted that. I got second place. I get 2 water.
That's a good consolation prize.
It's not a victory point, though.
Nope.
And third place,
But
Nikki, you
it'll
get 1.
get you one.
You get 1. And all the troops go home to rest.
I have my agent back, please, from down there. Thank you.
You're jumping ahead. That's not for this phase yet.
Oh.
It doesn't. I mean, I'm
Oh,
just
I thought
following.
we were doing-
I'm
I'm
following the
sorry.
turn order. The next thing you do after the combat is resolved is the maker phase, and
Nope,
only
can't
this
go
one,
there.
only that one. Thank you. Then we check for endgame, return the mentat, and recall all our agents.
Okay.
It's. I know. I made you wait 3 seconds.
I know.
Thank you.
Doesn't Liette have a bonus there, Aaron?
Oh yeah. Thanks. Good eye. That's the on purchase bonus. I didn't notice when you purchase this card, you get an immediate 1 faction bump, and that actually is the
nice.
Emperor symbol. She has the Emperor and Fremen classes, so you get an Emperor bonus, but she can be played as a Fremen card later. So that's another bonus for her. Another reason I wish I had 5 persuasion this turn instead of 4. Okay, Nikki's gonna pass the start player to Lincoln.
Okay.
And now we can all draw our 5 cards for the new round, where the conflict is terrible purpose. A victory point again for the first player, and trash a card. Second place, water and spice. Third place, spice.
Oh, these really do get better, don't they?
Yes, they do.
Okay. I'm going to play diplomacy. And I will... I guess I'll go to the Bene Gesserit. Bump up 1 there.
And
And I get an influence or intrigue card.
you and I are friends with the Bene Gesserits. You do get an intrigue card. No one has 4 for you to steal from.
All right. I'm going to use a dagger and spend 5 Solari to take my place on the High Council.
And that, as we remember, is 2 persuasion always at the end of your
Yep.
turn for the reveal phase. I'm going to use Dune Desert Planet to sell Melange.
No.
Oh, Lincoln stole it from me last turn, man. I wanted it
All
then.
right.
Sorry.
Aye.
6, please.
Okay, I will just do what is that? Secure contract
For 3 Solari.
for 3 Solari. I need something.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
I'm going to go with Thufir. And I'm going to spend 6 to go here.
Oh, sweet.
So I get
Look
5
at that.
and 2 water.
The huge space we all forgot about.
Well, you have to have
We
the...
didn't forget.
have to
well,
afford-
I,
be
well,
able to
I
afford
forgot
it.
about it because I had nowhere near of affording it.
And I will put 4 out.
Okay, fine, be that way. I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna go and I'm gonna visit my place that I own because that's gonna get me 3 spice.
Right.
This plus 1 for the space
Yeah, plus-
and 1
yep.
because
Yes.
I control it.
Yep.
Right, even yourself can trigger the bonus from owning it.
Nice.
That's a pretty good haul of spice. And I'm going to, not too surprisingly, since I'm the only one who can currently afford it, use the dagger to unlock my sword master, spending 8 for my 3rd agent, which also lets me draw a card from my special ruthless negotiating power.
All right. I need to pay a water to gain a troop and draw a card.
You don't have to, of course. That's optional, but it is good.
I'm going to go here, get another
Troop.
troop
Yep, and an intrigue card.
and an intrigue card. And I'm actually going to just deploy 2
Sure.
Yeah.
and then done.
And I've got 5 persuasion.
Persuasion?
So I'll take this one here. Bene Gesserit initiate.
Okay.
Initiate.
The beast is displeased with you right
Well,
now.
you have a lot of them.
It's
I
replaced
need
with
to
an
have-
Imperial Spy, which costs 2. You could also buy this.
Yeah.
You trash that to buy an intrigue card. Otherwise,
Right.
it's 1 and 1. Did you have other Bene Gesserit cards, or did you
I
just
do not
want...
believe so. I think
he's
that,
taken
just
them
the one
away
that
from me.
I got.
I
that-
see.
It's as if you have a Bene Gesserit card in play.
Oh, that's the... Yeah, that's a really
I had
nice
to
one.
have that.
Yeah.
Do you want this 2 or this 2 with your
I think I'll
remaining
take the
ones?
Imperial Spy.
Okay.
It's a trash, though.
Replaced with Test of Humanity, a Bene Gesserit card.
Oops. Just
Each
put those
opponent
in.
chooses discard a card or lose a deployed troop in the agent gray band.
Oh, look at that.
That's harsh.
I have a crummy reveal here because I've got 2 military that I
Ooh.
cannot use. I get 1 Solarium though.
That
And-
is
Solari?
That is...
I think it's
Yeah.
singular as Solarium.
Oh,
I don't know.
maybe it is.
And I have 1 plus my permanent 2 from the High Council, so I
Ah,
have
at least she can get
3.
something.
She's got
so
to
I'm
buy
gonna
something.
get the Test of Humanity.
I don't like that card at all.
It's a good one.
For
You should
her
put
to
your
have
hand in
it?
the box.
And for anyone but me to have it. And it's replaced with a Bene Gesserit sister, which is 2 persuasion or 2 combat. Now, I can take... Oh, and you have no strength in the conflict.
Nope.
I can take either a reveal or an agent turn.
Yes, you can.
Because I'm not forced to play my agent. I'm almost thinking
Can
about
it-
revealing.
Oh, never mind.
Go ahead.
Nope.
Okay. Because then I can afford a good card. I think I'm going to reveal. Even though I just got this 3rd person, revealing gets me exactly 6, which lets me take the Worm Riders card. Which is
Cool.
what I want to do. Just because it's good. It's 2 spice every time you play.
Guild Administrator, Spicing Guild. You get to remove a card,
Yeah.
but it gives you,
Spacing Guild
yeah.
playability. I'm done. And I have no combat strength. Nikki,
Yes.
reveal.
Revealing.
Wow. Bucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I will buy the
Yeah, she's
kinds,
good. I wanted her too.
And that actually leaves me with 1.
It does. So you can
I'm
also
gonna do
buy
the Scout.
the Scout,
Thank you.
which we've revealed. Piter de Vries.
Ooh.
Isn't he the lips of fire stains? Stains become a warning.
Yeah.
That is correct.
He costs 5, and he just gives you an intrigue card every time you play him. and he's worth 3 purchasing, 3 persuasion into combat. And we also have gene manipulation. I've never heard of that guy, gene manipulation. From the
He
manipulation
hangs out with
manipulations.
Earl, who's getting his list.
Trash a card, and if you have another Bene Gesserit card in play, 2 spice.
Nice.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you'll be the start player. You can buy that one.
All right. Everyone has revealed. Oh, Nikki, your combat strength. Did you get a Fremen bond this turn?
No, I did not.
Oh, come on.
Nope.
Why don't you get one?
I know. I'm
So
collecting
your
all kinds of
strength is
Fremen.
4. You have a pretty safe second place, though.
I hope so.
Since it is now the combat phase. Lincoln's the start
discard a
player.
card.
He probably doesn't need to add to his strength of 8 yet. Do you want to play an intrigue card?
Nope.
All right. The conflict is over. Lincoln,
I'm prepping already, getting ready to discard a card. Getting rid
and
of the
you
dagger.
also are green, getting a victory point.
Yep.
Nikki, you get a water and a spice.
Yay, water and spice.
And we get.
Well, we decided not to
focus.
play in this round. We saved our resources for coming battles.
What resources gotta get
That
some.
true, that too. Unchosen desert spaces get spice. The Mentat is where he should be. Now you can pull your agents back and pass the start player token. As we draw
Thank
our
you.
5 cards for a new conflict. Machinations. First place, choose 2 faction bumps of the 4 factions.
Ooh.
Second place, water and 2 Solari. Third place, water.
4, 5.
Harumph, you said?
She did, I
said,
believe, say
huh.
harumph.
It was just a little thinky. That's not really what I want to be doing. Too bad. Okay. I'm up.
You are.
All right, time for a little diplomacy, and I'm going to go up on the Fremen track. So I will get
You get a
a
victory point.
victory point. And that is that.
You need to play an agent to a Fremen space.
So I do. Obviously, there's. Oh, now I have 2. So, hella yeah.
Pay water.
Yep, I
Okay.
will pay that water. And I'm going to get 2 troops, which I am immediately going to put into this fight.
Okay.
I will also deploy an agent to a faction space. Take secrets,
Secrets.
which gives me an intrigue card.
Does anybody have 4?
Not
No
yet.
one has
No.
4 yet. I will play an intrigue card as part of my turn. Oh, crap.
No.
It doesn't do what I wanted it to do.
Okay.
I'll do it anyway, just to get down a card. It just bumps me up in the spacing guild. Boop. That's it.
Okay. I can't believe this. Finally.
I can't believe you've done this.
Finally. But I have to use my
Signet
signet
ring.
ring to do it.
That lets you draw a
Deploying
card.
up here
To sell
To
some
sell.
spice.
to sell
We've been hogging that.
for all
that
my
market stall.
spice. I think all my spice, I should do it. So that's 10. So there's, because I got 4 there.
And did you draw a card as your special power for playing your signet ring?
Oh, I thought I had to play it as the special power. Okay.
The gray is what you get when you play it during an
Okay.
agent turn, which you just did.
I got it.
I'm going to play my signet ring. I'm going to go here, spend 2 water.
Get 4 spice.
Also, I do get 1 more spice for my
Okay.
horde for using my signet.
You're the spice guy.
He is the
He's-
spice
he
guy.
He did blow a bunch the last round.
I know, but now he's back up to 6 already.
Yeah, 7.
Oh, jeez.
That's nice. All right, I'm going to use my signet ring. I'm going to go to Sage Taberk, or however it's pronounced, because I can do that now. I am
Tarb?
going
Siege Tarb?
to
Nope, Tauber.
get Taber, whatever.
Is it Tarb? Oh,
I
it
don't
is.
know how to pronounce anything in this universe. All right, I'm going to I'm just gonna get a little insurance for this round,
Directly
which I
in
may
there.
regret later. And 1 water, please.
It is
And
very few spaces
And
generate water.
I actually, there would have been. Sorry, I'm gonna use my brutality, which
You brute.
do I want to put it into this fight? Yeah, I think I want to make sure that when I can.
Wow, sure.
Yeah, I don't know, but that's what I'm gonna do.
Just play Dune the Desert Planet for 3 Solari from Secure Contract. Thank you.
All right. Dagger and 4 to rally the troops.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Hooked on them.
And they go
Lord.
in the garrison. You can't deploy from that
That is
space.
okay.
Really don't have a lot of choices on my spots here. So I will go to Carthag with this reconnaissance. I get a cube and an intrigue, which is worrisome. And I will put them both into the mix and look at my intrigue card.
All right, so my reveal is going to be 4, 5, and 6,
7.
7. All right, Oh God, this game just puts you to so many tough decisions. All right, I'm gonna get. I have 7. Okay, I have 8.
Ooh.
I have an extra one from a plot card.
Wow.
So I am going to get gene manipulation
Nice.
and
You should
Who's
you
Gene?
should wait and see what.
Yeah, yeah.
what
should,
okay, it's a
I
1.
should.
It's a Sardaukar infantry. not
It
I'm
would
that,
be
not
the
gonna
greatest
get-
card
exactly.
ever.
You should wait and see what's replaced with it.
That's
Yeah,
true, I
everybody
should,
wants that
Peter
guy.
DeVries.
He
All right.
look
Oh, look at that.
And wait, but it's not quite done because this said I may put cards I acquire on top of my deck.
Wow.
Nice.
So
Good
these
card.
go right back there.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. It's replaced with an 8 Chom directorship. On purchase, gives you a bump in every faction once.
Nice. That's
Okay.
Aaron's card.
See,
That's-
just
Yeah.
you had gone
And,
before me. Ah.
Well, and it gives you 3 Solari as part of your reveal, but no other powers. You almost want to get that and then burn it, unless you just need a lot of money. And you have 4 troops, so 8 strength, nothing adding to it right now. I really am. I'm very conflict averse for a
I know you.
war house on Dune. I'm playing into Hall of Oratory just to get the cube and the 1 persuasion.
You're just like into banking.
No. Oh, thank you. No, that's only when I
Oh,
pay.
sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, you didn't pay.
I didn't pay.
And it's actually more than
And
one.
it's actually right.
No, it is 1, isn't it?
It's 1 for sign. No, it's draw a card when I pay cash.
Ah.
Okay. You can reveal.
I was really hoping you would buy something.
Sorry, you
So
don't like any of
something
those cards
better
out
would
there,
come
huh? Yeah.
out.
Yeah, I don't really like them
Okay,
either.
I got a dagger, which means nothing, and 4. So I might get the sister.
Yeah, sister ain't bad.
Yeah, it's 2 daggers, and I
Yeah,
seem to be lacking in daggers.
and if you don't like this card, you can also have the 1,
I'm gonna just take
which is
the
a 1 and 2 daggers. You
Right.
don't even have to choose. But it does add another card. Gurney
Gurney.
Halleck costs 6.
Gurney.
And he gives you 2 cubes and a card draw as an agent. In the reveal phase, he's 2 persuasion, and you may pay 3 Solari for 2 troops and deploy these troops to the conflict. So he is quite versatile. And the other card revealed is Opulence, which has an Emperor faction tag. Costs 6, gives you 3 Solari every time you play it as an agent card. During the reveal phase, 1 persuasion, and you may pay 6 Solari for a victory point.
Nice.
Okay.
That is a fun way of generating some victory points.
Yeah, no kidding.
If you have cash. Lincoln is going to reveal, looks like 3,
Yep.
but he's going to have a lot of strength. He's got 4 from troops and 3 more on the cards for 7 right now.
Well, I can't get much. I keep not doing well on that. I will take the Guild Administrator. Spacing Guild.
And you have 1 left. And there's a 1. Do you want Dr. Yue?
Dr. Yui, he
draws a
betrays, but I'll take it.
Oh, dude, spoiler. I haven't seen the movie yet.
And then
I haven't read the 50-year-old book.
So the first one is double cross. I spend 1. You lose a cube. I gain a cube from the supply.
Oh. What?
Hey, that's what it is.
Is it gone or back to her
Gone or in
garrison?
the garrison?
Loses 1 troop in the conflict. Yeah, it's basically it's switch sides. Nice.
Wow.
So that
That will make that, right?
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah, that was quite a double cross.
Yep. Okay.
Okay. You've already revealed. Now I need to reveal, since I had a 3rd agent turn. I have no one in the conflict, so I'm obviously going to use my 4 or 5 persuasion. Unfortunately, there's 2 6s and an 8 out there. I guess I have to take this power play, which is going to be a 1-use.
Still pretty
been
cool.
waiting.
It is.
For a long
I mean, it has
time.
been waiting for a long time. I just am not 100% sure it's a great use of my entire turn's purchase, basically. It's replaced with a spy who lets you trash a card for an intrigue card. Okay, conflict time. Jackie is the start player, currently losing the conflict 6-9. Would you like to play an intrigue card?
No, but I am thinking an icon in your direction.
Okay.
Lincoln,
I mean,
do
if
you want to
it's
play?
as is, I'm going to stay with
Okay,
what it is.
then that's
Yep.
pass all around.
Sweet.
Lincoln, choose your 2 faction rewards,
2
please.
factions.
Yep.
That is sweet.
And you can't choose the same one twice.
I know.
I know.
I'll go here and here.
That's
So
2 victory,
victory
points.
points.
Does he have?
Nice.
He's got 3 out of the 4 there. So yeah.
Nice.
And Jackie gets a water and 2 Solari. She's got quite a few resources stacked up.
Water's good.
Water is good. Okay, the conflict has ended.
That's what she said. I think she said it's a payback.
Oh,
I didn't say it, though.
We're all in
The
trouble
troops have
now.
gone home. 2 unchosen spaces get spice.
Yeah, I didn't draw any of these. I was going to go for this. And I'm like, I didn't get them.
Take all your agents back.
There you go, Nick.
We've passed the start player token. Draw your 5 cards.
You know what 2 of mine are.
That's right. You got the 2 you just bought. And the conflict for the turn. Sort through the chaos. The winner gets the Mentat token, available for the next turn.
Oh.
It cannot be stolen by someone taking the Mentat space the next turn. An intrigue card and 2 Solari. So that essentially means you could, if I win this conflict, I'll get 4 actions the following round. Because I won't have to spend 1 to take the Mentat token.
Yeah,
I will
oy.
just get him for the next round.
Right.
So that's essentially giving you a free bonus action agent round next turn. An intrigue card and 2 Solari, intrigue card and 2 Solari, and 2 Solari. Interestingly, not super high stakes yet. However, we start the 3s next turn.
Nice. Very
Maybe
cool.
bigger rewards to come. Oh shoot, I start. I better make some plans.
I'm not
Do you
drawing these
start?
cards in a.
Jack.
Yeah,
Just
I
pass
don't.
this to me.
I'm
You just
really
did.
not
This is
doing that
round
great on that.
5.
All right.
Who shuffled this mess?
Amazing stuff's going to happen. Not really.
It's round 6. I lied. Yeah, who shuffled this? Everyone but me is at fault.
Yeah.
I'm playing Worm Riders. It gives me 2 spice.
Nice.
Nice.
I'm not going to take those 2 spice yet because I'm going to
Spend some.
spend a water, and this is a yellow diamond card, to go to Haga Basin and take 4 spice.
Nice.
So a total of 6. You can give me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I'll trade 1 water for 6
That's-
spice.
that's
I
a
knew
good
that
one.
Worm Riders card would pay off. It was my whole plan.
Sure.
I knew what I was doing exactly. All right,
Okay.
go ahead, Nikki.
Okay.
And I
Alright.
can deploy into the conflict. Do
Yes,
I
you
want to
can.
deploy my
Do you
1
want-
troop? No, I'm going to wait. I mean, he might get me 2 Solari or 2 Solari and an influence card. You know what? Why not? Let's throw him in there. He'll
Okay.
give me something.
Right. I'm playing a
Don't
dagger.
come home without some
You're not
money.
going to let him have that cheap, are you?
Hey, what are you gonna have? What are you gonna be on vacation?
I
All right,
don't know.
dagger. Okay, dagger.
It's a dagger. I'm paying 8. And I'm going up here and getting my other guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pay that 8. Get that guy.
6, 7, right? 5, 6, 7, 8. Here we go. And I get my
Take 'em.
other,
Sword mistress.
my other person.
Nope. Yeah.
Okay. I will play a dagger, and I will go here to the Hall of Oratory. I will put a cube there, and I have 1 influence. Or one. It's not influence, man. I just said it on the
Persuasion.
Persuasion.
Persuasion. It is a weird thing to remember.
It's kind of persuasion and
you.
influence mean the same thing.
They do,
so
but it's
a little-
true. Yeah.
Come on, it's the Dune world, though. Persuasion.
All right. Well, the timing of this did not work well, but I am going to play my Sage Reverend Mother, which will let me trash a card. And
Nice.
Yeah, nice, but I don't have anything in my discard pile.
Well, it's in your
so
hand,
I have
too.
to do it.
Yeah.
I have to trash out of my hand. I'm going to trash a dagger.
Believe me, I want to get
And
rid of them.
I will send an agent to. I'm going to send it down to. I want to send it to Still Suits because my other option is to go. You know what? I think I'm going to get. This is Spacing Guild, right? No, it's the. What is this? It's the,
It's the
Bene
Bene
Gesserit.
Gesserit and Fremen. No.
Now I'm getting all these Bene Gesserit cards, and I have not gone. So I'm going to go down there, and I will take an entry card, and nobody has 4, right?
Correct.
Okay.
You also
This.
get a bump on the Bene
Yes, I
Gesserit
do.
track.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm playing some my interesting fun cards this turn. Shifting Allegiances. I'm gonna go to rally troops, which I pay 4 Solari for 4 troops. But I'm also going to use the Shifting Allegiances band and go down 1 in Bene Gesserit, not losing my victory point, pay 2 spice, and go up 2 on the Spacing Guild, which does gain me a victory point. And that's it.
Okay. So I'm playing Folding Space.
I'm sorry. I
not-
draw a card. I draw a card because I paid cash for a space. Thank you.
All right. I'm playing Folding Space.
Yep.
So that gets trashed, but I'm going to go up here so I can get a victory point as well. Boop.
Then you're also playing a person on fold space to get a fold space card back.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I can't, I don't,
Have the spice.
I don't
And you
have
also
the
draw a
spice.
card as part of fold space.
Okay.
So
There. And another
here, one. Let's
one
just,
for one.
I don't know if
but
those
this goes
in the discard pile. Yeah.
here. Okay.
I just don't have the right sequence of stuff here. I will,
That's kind of how I feel every turn.
yeah. I guess I'll play Diplomacy. And I will go and gain wealth, get 2 coins, bump up on this track 1.
I am going to visit the Hall of Future Regrets and just reveal early.
Oh, I like it.
I don't like it, but
I like it because you're getting a 6 card.
I'm getting an 8 card.
Oh.
I'm gonna get the Chom Directorship.
I don't like it anymore.
Yeah,
I think that's
thought
good.
you might not. There's another Gunthopter though.
Well, don't you get this now?
Yes,
Yeah.
she's going to do it.
Yeah, so
she gets
I'm-
1 on every red. Every
1 victory point. There you go.
faction track.
Nice.
Yeah,
Very nice.
I like that.
Yeah, it's really nice. Although the card itself is just not that great, but you basically have gotten the reward. For 8, that's
Yeah.
pretty good. Okay, I am, speaking of Thopters, I'm playing a Smuggler's Thopter. I'm playing to the sell melange space. I'll take $8 for selling 3. Dollars are actually called Solari, but you know what we mean. And here's the reason I went up in the Spacing Guild on my last turn. If I have 2 influence in the Spacing Guild, I may now draw 2 cards. which I will. And I'm done.
Okay. Playing diplomacy. I am going to go in here. Do I want to spend the water? That was my thought. I will spend the water and get 2 more. So that's 2. And then I will deploy 2.
Okay.
Wait, did you move up on
I
the
did
track?
not. 1.
And now it's reveal.
Yes, now everyone's played all their agents, I believe, so it will be revealed.
I've got 5 total. Really don't have the timing too great. Although I frustrate Jackie, but take a Gunthopter. Gunthopter.
And
And
reveal
Gunther.
a power play. That's the one that lets you go twice on an influence track. Oh, strength, he's not in the conflict.
Nope.
Oh, did
She's
you,
already
she already
revealed.
revealed
I'm
another.
done.
I'm sorry, I forgot. I was waiting
That's
for
all
her
right.
to do it.
I'll make it easier.
I must reveal. I have 5 persuasion and a Gunthopter. I'm always 1 short. I have 5 when there's 2 really good 6 cards out there.
You've been buying better ones than I have. I've got
I mean,
one
I-
really great one, I think, so far.
I played a bunch of good cards that I bought this turn, but like every turn I'm 1 short of like the thing I really want. I'm going to take another power play, which is going to eventually get me up a faction track.
I kind of liked that card. Now, at this point.
At this point, yes. Hopefully, we replace it with a Spice Hunter, Fremen Bond.
yeah. That
1
has-
and 1 with a Spice for the Fremen Bond.
You've seen how that's working out
Gunthopter,
for
however,
me.
look, I have 2 strength in the conflict. The Gunthopter bumps me to 5.
Mm-hmm.
And I can deploy a troop to the conflict with the Gunthopter if I want. The question is, how much do I want to fight Nikki?
How much?
Just for the Mentat, basically. Both
Right.
first and second get the card and the money.
Yeah.
That's the question. I don't think I want to throw like unlimited resources at it, so I think I'll just stick with the 5. Okay, go ahead, Nikki.
Okay. I'm revealing right now.
Yep.
So I've got,
And she's
5.
got. Right. So she's currently at 11
right. 'cause
plus
I
5
got-
persuasion. Yeah, well, see, I'm glad I didn't spend a bunch
overdid it on what I thought you were going to do.
I'm glad I didn't try.
Yeah.
Would you like a card that costs 2 or a few of them?
Yeah.
This one gets you intrigue.
She
This
doesn't
one's going to
get
get you
4? 5?
I'm a 5.
She's a 5.
Oh, I think you said
and
2. I'm
there's
sorry.
6s out there.
There's
I
only
see.
2s and
I see,
6s
you're right.
is what's out there.
Boo.
This one gives you troop. This one might give you spice with the bond. They're all, or you can just take one that gives you 2 persuasion.
Yeah,
Those
I'm
are your-
trying to decide here. I think I'm going to do this
Yeah.
for 2 more.
Charisma, 2 more during your reveal. So you can take
7.
7.
We do 6.
Gurney Halleck or
I'm
Opulence.
going to take Gurney.
Yeah.
Gurney.
And,
And-
is there one? Is there
It's
one? Is
Chani.
there one?
No. Chani costs 5, giving you a water as soon as she's purchased, and she's worth 2 in the reveal phase. Retreat any number of your troops. She's a very tactical desert fighter.
Yeah, you could have taken, if you'd played that some years back.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. Yeah, right. Which, why not? Because she's
Yes.
Yeah.
committed all this and she can still win with 6.
Yeah, sad.
All right. So
Sad.
this goes away.
Okay.
Those go to your discard pile, including what you just bought. I'm not going to play any conflict cards. I'm not going to get to 11. I
Right.
assume you're not going to.
No.
You get this little man.
Yay.
And we each get an intrigue card. You take your card first,
Okay.
and then I'll take mine, and we both get 2 Solari.
Go Aaron.
Thank you.
Here you go, Nikki.
Thank you.
And that's the end of that round for combat. First we
I thought you were
place.
going to say that's 2 Solari. Well, I mean,
There's 3 in that one, 4 in there. Okay. Spice is placed. Only 4 more rounds. We're going to see the big conflict coming, but we need to get to 10 to end the game if we don't go through all 4 of those cards. Take your agents back. Nikki already has the Mentat.
Yeah.
She gets 4 turns this turn if she wants to play 4 cards.
Wow.
And she is also the first player, probably first and last.
Last and last.
Oh, do we do this first?
Yeah, it is first, but yes. Okay. Oh look, 2 victory.
Oh boy,
Lincoln, it wasn't that exciting.
it was
I know,
exciting.
I know,
to
but
me.
it was just random. Oh no, you look at the track.
This is when you periodically take a picture of your, right, when you're at home,
Seriously.
of the board state. But fortunately, I know where I was on that track.
Actually, I do too. Look at me, I'm way over here. I know that I was at 0.
And I was at 1.
And I was at
You
5.
was at 5?
Yeah, she got
No.
that
Yeah.
special thing. She was up here.
Well,
5 is gold. She's not at 5.
She's here.
Well,
I'm there.
she's counting the first
Where
space
is
as 1.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
yeah, I
actually
think that's
3.
Because, oh, sorry, I'm counting wrong. Whatever that is. 3.
Okay, that makes sense
Yes,
to me.
not 5.
No one has gotten the Alliance discs yet, but they
For
should
some
be
reason, I was
coming
thinking,
quite
that's 6, what is obviously not, because 6 is the max.
soon. 6 is the max. Okay, all right, and the conflict
Yes.
is Battle for Carthag. 2 victory points.
2 victory
And
points.
control of this Carthag space, which is a flag that
Oh
gets you
no,
a
I've
point.
who's got troops in the garrison? Not me.
Yes, not you.
Whoa.
Well,
I know.
Let us 3 VP players continue to hopefully get. Oh, I forgot to clear off my
Yeah.
one guy who fought that round. Second place gets 3 spice and an intrigue card. That's
That's
nothing.
not
And third place
nothing.
is 3 spice. Even, yeah.
That's not nothing either.
Like, what if you throw 1 cube in there and get 3 spice? That's
Yeah.
pretty good. All right, draw your 5 cards.
This is
Nikki
okay.
with 4 agents this turn is going to show us how it's done.
Yeah, right.
You are. You're going to show us
Yeah.
how to win.
Look at the draw. Look at the draw.
A little bit.
Okay. So if I do this, Jackie gets a spice. Is
She
that
does.
correct?
Yep.
Okay. Dang.
But it's 3 spice just sitting there for you.
I know, and I
Building
have
up.
no spice. I am going to play reconnaissance. Well, let's put this dude out here right now. And that gets me a cube and an intrigue. And I can move 2 out if I want.
You can actually move
3. The one you gained plus 2 more if you like.
2
I don't know.
victory points
I know.
out there.
Okay. Done.
Okay, I'm playing Thufir Hawat. And I will go here. And I will get 2 water. And I will get 5 cubes. They're all going out, plus that.
Oof.
And 6. It's 2 points. It's a lot of points.
And did you move up on
Yeah.
the track?
I did not.
Man, oh man.
Mm-hmm.
I am. Oof. I have a really bad draw. All right, so Dune the Desert Planet. It's just the payoff is too good, right?
And
I
it's
get
basically
these
3.
2. So I'm going to get 1, 2,
Right.
3, and 4 for
Right.
controlling that.
So
and
I know
then-
that's 1 too many, so I'm going to just take that and that from you, and there you have 9.
Right. So she
Okay.
had 5 and now she has 9.
Yep.
Okay. I got a good hand last round. ... I'm going to play reconnaissance. Go to Eric Keen. Lets me draw a card and take a cube. And I can deploy. Man, look at all those troops. I don't like it. I'm going to play 1 troop plus 2 into the conflict.
Oof.
I know, man. But like, there's 3 more cards under there.
I know.
I don't like it. All right. That's it. Go ahead.
Thank you.
And choke on it.
Oh, you're gonna love what's gonna happen
Nope,
anyways.
I'm not- I don't love anything
It's
anymore.
just ridiculous. It's just typical luck.
It's just killing me that I can't do anything about this combat.
I feel like this is, we'll talk about it at the end, but it's like, it's one of those games where you're just always like, one
back
action
foot.
short. Yeah, back foot. One action short, two persuasion short.
It's been
one
this for me
thing
the whole
short.
time.
I mean,
other than the one card
Me
jack,
and
he
Nikki
was
were out
really
of this for like
frustrated.
3 turns in a
I
row.
know.
That was painful.
I wanted to use this for its special ability, but I think it's it put to better use here. I am going to deploy up here and get 3 of the monies.
Secure contract.
1, 2, 3.
Recalibrating.
But this one
Yes,
was
exactly.
neat because it was
Because
definitely.
it's oh yeah,
it
what is
was
the retreat one, yeah.
retreat some troops, which I was thinking I could use this as a get out.
I
if
also
it got
really like-
bad.
Then it has persuasion and combat strength.
Yeah.
That is nice.
Even though it's a cheap card.
Well, I'm going to go to the High Council, which is exciting.
Yeah.
It's going to cost me 5,
I want
go
it.
here.
I want it.
and then
I want it.
will.
Put your green disc there.
Yep. Oh yeah, green disc on here.
Yeah.
Oh, and doesn't that, what does that give you?
It gives me a bump up on one of the tracks.
Yeah.
So I will go here. Gives me another victory point.
Winner. Current leader.
Yep, and that is that.
You know, this is, I know, I'm deciding whether to make a bad play just because of it's fun. All right, no, I'm not going to do that. That would be kind of silly. All right, I'll play this garbage dagger and spend my entire Solari to rally some troops.
Oh, you can get money easily. You got tons of spice.
Yeah, that spice is worth a
Yeah,
lot of
that's
money.
true. I know if that space is up, then I probably should be going there. But I'm feeling left out of this combat. So,
Or the future combats.
well, not this combat. Yeah,
Dang it.
Well, there's going to be more good
Combat
cards.
gen-
Oh, and
Generally.
that's all her agents. She is out of this combat. Okay, I'm gonna play diplomacy to secure my alliance with the Spacing Guild.
Well,
Well, for now.
yes.
I didn't say permanently. I get 3 Solari for that, please, and of currently a victory point.
You got a lot of cash.
I do. What should I spend it on?
I don't know.
foiling Lincoln.
I'm trying. I mean,
Lincoln's going to shoot.
he is the
Lincoln's
master of
gonna,
spice, and I know. I
Yeah,
mean,
but he's going to end up with 8 victory points, and we're going to have a tough time catching him.
Go ahead, Paul.
Oh, you're done?
That was it.
Wow.
Oh wait, did I?
All I did was blink
I didn't.
my
I didn't
eye.
play it at the space.
Okay.
So I'm not quite done. I actually have to do that and take the fold space card.
All right.
Thank you. Good call, Nikki. You
Thank
were right.
you.
Just to clarify, I did mention that the Mentat could not be stolen from Nikki this round. It also can't be claimed from this space this round.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
You only get it if it's on this space.
Nice.
You cannot pick it up off the
Right.
board. So you could technically play on this space if you really wanted to
Need
just
the
draw a
card,
card.
yeah.
But it's not a great space this round just because it's been awarded by a conflict card. All right.
That's interesting.
Okay, Nikki, show us how it's done.
Well, I can't because nothing's working out.
I
My
understand that.
plans
I
were
clearly
not in
understand
motion, and we'll go up here to the top and get a purchasing power and a.
Cube from the
Cube.
Hall of Oratory. Meanwhile,
Back
at
at
the Hall of
Ratchet Cube.
Oratory,
So I have 5.
I'm going to be placing another pawn.
me
though,
too.
So
I have one more.
And you have
7,
2
I
from
know.
there.
Believe me,
Yeah.
I'm going to take the opulence.
Oh, I want it.
I know
Yeah, I
you do,
bet you do with all that Solari.
Fremen Camp costs 4. You can trade 2 spice for 3 troops, or it's 2 persuasion and a combat strength.
Well, I have to think about that because I have 5
5?
plus 2, so I
Ooh,
have
that's
7 to spend. And what is out there that I want? I don't have any troops to retreat, so that's not really doing me any good. But I think the Fremen count might be useful, and I'm not going to get anything else because I feel like I'm kind of gunked up here, so I'm just going to do that and end my turn.
I only have one more play. I'm playing Power Play.
Power play.
And I'm
Bumping
going to
up
play on... I'm going to go to the Bene Gesserits and also secure their alliance.
Nice.
All right.
Oh. So Nikki could steal an intrigue card from me if she has the right card. Because that would put me at 4. And I can't...
Unless you have one to spend
I
now.
can't actually spend any of them right this moment. This is not the greatest turn to be drawing cards. So I'm not going to burn my spice. I'm going to go here.
Don't burn your
still puts
spice.
me
It gets you
here.
a card though, doesn't it?
It gets me 2, but no one can knock them out of me this
Sure,
round.
sure.
So I go to 5 victory points. I get 2 intrigue cards, one from the space and one from the alliance track. And now let me see if I want to play any of them.
Well, you're safe, right?
Yeah, but I may as well just throw one out if it helps. I'm gonna play one just for a water since there's really no reason
Water.
to hang on to that.
Order.
Worder. And I don't draw any cards, and no one has 4 intrigue cards, right?
No.
No.
Thank you.
I mean, so I keep.
I know.
I keep stacking back up my. Wait a
It's
second,
smart
I didn't-
to. Okay, Nikki, go ahead.
Yeah, this is where I take it all.
Do it.
I have a guy left, and I have no cards that will let me place him anywhere.
Then you may reveal.
That is correct. So there's my 3,
4.
4.
Oh wait, hold on.
What?
You revealed.
Yep.
Did you have any strength on your cards?
I think I spent it, dude. I'm pretty sure I spent
Yeah.
it already. The dagger. I
Okay,
spent
so
the
you
dagger.
have 12 strength.
Right.
You revealed and had no troops. Okay. Sorry, go ahead.
It's okay.
We were
You're
supposed
in
to.
this, too.
I haven't revealed yet.
Oh,
You have
Aaron, you're
6,
so
7,
evil.
8 currently. And you're spending 4 persuasion, if you wish.
Yeah. Oh wait, when do I? Should I have been playing this one?
When is it? Read the bottom of the card.
Sorry,
tells you
it's
when.
plot.
You can do.
Plot is during your turn, so it's a good time to play it now. You
Okay.
can't play it during combat.
So plot.
Goes up
Oh.
1 on
The
Bene Gesserit
Gesserit,
track,
which is
which you
not-
havenien moved. But I mean, you might as well
I
just
might as
use
well.
Close
it.
to getting the point there.
Use it. Yeah. Okay. So there
Okay.
was my plot.
Do you know what you want with your 4?
3,
4.
4.
So there's a lot of 2s. Basically, right now you can
Yeah.
have 2 2s if you want them. Trash a card, get an intrigue card, maybe get a troop, maybe get a spice with your Fremen boost. They're all 2 purchasing.
Yeah, I'll
power.
probably just do the 2 purchasing power
This guy.
and the get a troop. This one.
Mr. Arrakis Recruiter.
Yeah.
He's replaced with Kwisatz Haderach.
Something
Right.
neat.
Yeah, but it's 8. Send any one of your agents from anywhere to any board space, even if occupied, and
Oh,
draw a
that's cool.
card.
Good card.
Yeah.
Wow.
And from anywhere, like you can reuse
Gosh,
it this
if
turn.
that came out earlier, holy cow!
But it's 8. I mean,
know,
we've
I know.
only had like 1 turn when someone
Jack,
had
yeah.
it.
You
I've
got
had
it,
a
yeah.
few, yeah.
Okay.
I did it again. I keep stacking them up. I'm a knucklehead.
My reveal is...
I can cover up my connections now. That's
Okay,
already
so
done.
Nikki's strength
We
is
got to keep
8.
in mind, he's got 4.
Oh, I
Yeah,
know.
he's gonna.
Oh,
I
he's
think
gonna
shoot,
cream.
shoot up this
None of us can do anything
track
about it.
here.
And you've got 3. My reveal is 3 persuasion. But I can also deploy a troop from my garrison to the conflict, giving me 8, 11 strength for currently. I'm also going to play an intrigue card as part of my reveal turn. I spend 3 Solari for 3 troops, which I may deploy to the conflict.
Ugh.
My current strength is 17.
Okay.
I mean, I might as well go for it. It's 2 victory points, and I don't want you to get them.
Hey, Aaron,
Yeah?
if you magically would have all your cubes out there, they're
Yes.
limited, right? Are they limited?
They are, yeah. I mean, you've only got 12 or so yes. I mean, that would be a lot of cubes to spend.
It would.
And, okay, I have 3 to spend. I'm going to take this guy who made trash a card. He's replaced with a knife. Chris Knife, 1. Solari if you play it in the action phase, agent phase. Fremen Bomb gets you a Fremen boost or 1 combat.
I have
All these
not
cards
had
are like
the
you really have
Fremen
not.
thing
You haven't
work
activated that
out.
once, have you?
Yeah.
I haven't done the
no.
Bene Gesserit thing still.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what it was.
I
been so
had
long.
bit my bonus once, but there was nothing to trash.
Okay.
Yeah.
Big conflict.
Starts with Nick.
I spent these 3.
Oops.
We added those, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you had
You added my
You had-
swords, right?
3 plus 6 for your troops and 2 more. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. I was just
Do
piling them up.
you're first. Would you like to increase your score?
Would I? Would I? Would I? No.
Lincoln?
Well, obviously I'm not going to beat that. So I'm going to do a staged incident where I lose 3 of my troops and I gain a point.
Ooh. I
Did
mean,
I
that ain't
go-
bad.
No.
They're lost, but he gained a victory point. That's pretty great.
Ah, that's nice.
Okay, I'm currently not going to play a card. Now, do you want to play an intrigue card, Nikki?
No.
Lincoln, would you like to play an intrigue card?
No, it's not beneficial.
Okay. I will not play an intrigue card, but I will play one when I win the conflict.
Okay.
So, I get the 2 victory points and control of Carthag, which gives me $1 in the very few remaining turns if someone goes there. Second is Lincoln.
And then I actually lose 6.
Oh, yeah,
strength.
of course. You lost 3 troops, and I
Yes.
didn't realize that would affect your combat
Yep.
score.
Oh, okay.
So you get second place, an
Oh,
intrigue
okay.
card,
There you go.
and 3 spice.
All right.
Delicious spice.
And
is
Lincoln also
nice.
gets 3 delicious spice for third place. And all these troops
Go
home for
away.
retraining. I'm going to play my card. It says, demand respect. When you win a conflict, gain a faction bump or pay 2 spice for a double faction bump.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you could lock up the
I
Spacing
could.
Guild.
And
He should.
I know, but I'm not convinced that you're going to get that many more plays on it. I could also take, I don't know, I hate being at 0 on the other ones.
Well,
And
that's a victory point.
It's immediate victory point on either of the other 2
Yeah.
tracks,
That is true.
which puts me at 8. I think I've got to do that. I got to go here. So that. And I pay my 2 spice.
Okay.
And that card goes away. Okay. End of conflict. Troops were cleared. 2 spice spaces were unclaimed this turn. Game not over, getting much closer. Return the Mentat to its space.
Yep.
Now it's a better space to choose. Now take your leaders back, to your agents, and then Nikki will, Nikki was the first player,
Yes.
so pass that to Lincoln.
Now we're all getting so serious and quiet.
Now we can see that things are getting serious.
Thank you.
On the desert planet. Oh man, this stupid card I wish I didn't have in my deck. And the conflict. This could be the final round.
Okay.
We'll see. It's got 2 victory points at stake and control of Arakeen, the only uncontrolled space. Second place. Choose 2. Intrigue card, 2 spice, 3 Solari. Third place, intrigue card and 2 Solari. First place, big rewards, big cash prizes.
Are there any intrigue cards that can change the end result of the game that you would play?
Yes, there are. I showed
Okay.
one at the
Oh,
beginning.
those.
They're blue.
Yeah,
If
okay.
they affect the end game score, they are blue.
Okay.
Okay. Wow. I'll play Dune Desert Planet. One of my basic cards still hanging in there. I'll go here, spend 2 water.
It is funny the basic card still. And that's 5 spice.
Yep.
All right, I'm going to do a little diplomacy, and I'll move up on the Emperor track, and I will get two
Cubes.
cubes go into my garrison.
As well as a victory point for securing the Emperor Alliance token.
You were the Emperor. Would you want to be allied with
Sure.
that?
Do you think the Emperor cares about
I know, it doesn't seem to.
handsomeness?
And I will place on the Conspire space and put out 2 more troops. And I get an intrigue card. And I have to
Cool.
spend, wait, not done, I have to spend the 4 spice.
And you also get 5 Solari.
Yeah.
That is a. If you got the spice, it's a
It's
nice
nice.
space.
Wait, I'm going to do one more thing on my turn. Sorry, I'm not
Yeah, no,
done.
yeah.
I'm not done
The
because
things
I
are-
am going to spend 1 more spice and take the men tap.
Ooh.
Okay.
So I get 4 back.
Yep.
And I get the little dude for the first time.
Is
And a
a
card.
pretty cool card.
I think it might be too little too
Right.
late, but
I mean, it's a
still
whole free
cool.
action, though, for 1 spice.
Yeah.
I mean, you also had to get the intrigue card, but... okay, I'm playing Worm Riders to go to Haga Basin. It costs a water. It gets me 3 spice, 2 from that one and 1 from here. And 2 from the card
gonna
itself.
say.
I forgot that one. Thank you. Give me a
He's
5.
like,
Give me
"You're
5.
calculating."
Give me 5. Do I also get anything else? No, that's. Oh, I would have the. This is for the. This is for
Reveal.
reveal.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't get that bonus, even though I'm eligible. Even though I could get that bonus. Oh, and it's a conflict space. I should probably play into the conflict. Even though I don't have a lot right now. You know what? 3rd place ain't nothing. I'm playing my 1 man into the conflict.
My 1-man party.
It's a very small
Okay.
army.
I will play this. And I will go here and pay 2 spice. And that means I get rid of a card.
Trash a card.
To
From your hand or discard pile or this card.
I will trash this. And then I drop 2.
Yes.
1, 2. Okay.
And you did move up on the track?
I did not.
You should do
Victory
that because it
point.
gets you a victory point.
Yay.
Let me have that card for just to make sure it
Okay.
doesn't.
I'm going to shuffle these because of my
'Cause you need to know what the top
special
card
ability. I
is,
need to know what
absolutely.
the top card is.
Well, I will play the Spacing Guild. Let me see if that's the one to play. Doesn't really matter. And I will go to my favorite spot on the board. Spend 6.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's such a huge reward. I mean,
It is.
for the
5.
spice, which is so cheap for him, basically.
Yeah, these
And it's a-
both of them have
And
a
it lets him
spice
deploy
thing.
the troops, which is amazing. It's
Crazy
like,
spice
please,
thing
please
going
land
on.
this freighter full of army people into my war. You got the water off of it too.
Yes. That I spent it. I spent it over
and
here.
did you increase your standing in the Spacing Guild?
I did not.
It's, which puts you tied with the
I got
current
3.
leader of the Spacing Guild.
all right. I'm going to play my convincing argument right now, which seems kind of silly, except
It does seem
that
odd.
I'm going to dispatch an envoy, which gives it any of these symbols. I am going to remember to put my agent out, and I'm going to go here. So I will spend the water, and I will get 2 troops, which I will
Deploy.
deploy along with 2 more.
You also get a water and a victory point for securing the Fremen
do.
Alliance.
Sticky fingers.
I'm fighting, fighting to the end.
Okay.
So now all the alliances are taken, but if someone goes 1 up,
They have
they
to
can
pass
take
the
it
current
from
leader.
you.
Correct. They
if
have to
you
pass
go up past.
Yes, 1 up. I'm going to play Signet Ring, which gives me 1 Solari. Just go ahead and give it to me. I'm going to play my guy on Rally Troops, which gives me 4 troops that I can't yet deploy. For 4 Solari. Paying for a space lets me draw a card. And I'm going to play Chom shares and buy a victory point for 7 Solari.
Nice.
Done.
Okay. I'm going to play my signet ring and place in here. Get a cube. Now I'm going to get 2 cards, one for this and one because of the signet ring.
Yep. And you got the cube, yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Nicely done.
And I will reveal. I get 6 total. Persuasion. I'll just take Johnny, I guess. Doesn't really do anything. And that's that.
Another Worm Riders. Yeah, really, these cards are not going to matter unless you can
Shuffle them.
shuffle them quickly.
Delay the game. Yeah. I finally have the Mentat, and I have absolutely nothing to do.
That stinks.
that
This is
is
always a
just-
game of like perfectly missed opportunities, right?
I mean, I get. I don't think this is going to do me any good. Is the problem? Yeah. I guess it might do me some good, but it might do me more good now. Well, if this, like I said, the Hall of Regrets is a great space, so I'll play my. I'm going to be using this and not saving it for the reveal, which is probably stupid, but I will. I'll go ahead and play my Bene Gesserit sister, and go over here with the Mentat and hope I get an endgame card that suits me.
Right. Nobody has more than nobody. You have 2. I have 1. You
I have one.
Okay. I mean, at least that got you a chance at something.
It did.
I'm playing Dune the Desert Planet, the basic old card. To go to the Imperial Basin gives Jackie a spice and me a spice. The reason I go there is to deploy 2 more troops because it has a conflict symbol. And I will also use my final intrigue card to purchase a victory point for
Nice.
4 spice. Yeah, I got lucky with intrigue cards.
Oh wow, that's my statement this whole game. Oh wow, it's just
you can never really see what's coming. Like that's sort of it really fits the theme, but it is a little bit surprising. And I am done and also out
So
of
is
agents.
that it? Because you hit 10.
No. If I stay at 10, the
Okay.
game will end at the end of this round.
right.
Yes, it's not immediate. It certainly might not be me, because somebody else could get these 2 plus more from other cards.
I'm going to play this card. I will put myself in here.
You get.
I get a Solari.
Solari.
Whoopee.
Okay.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Nikki.
Add a-
Solari, not a
add a
dollar.
cube.
Thankfully.
And I add this, which is not any good. Then for playing this card, I
Get 2 more cubes and a card draw.
2 more cubes and a card draw. 2 more.
So you can deploy up to 5 cubes since you gained 3
Yes.
from playing that card and 2 more. You want to put them all in?
Alright.
You want to go for it?
And then I get to
Draw.
draw a card. Okay.
Lincoln had 10 strength when he revealed. Jackie's going to
okay.
reveal.
So I'm going to reveal.
Just
But
wow.
okay,
Okay, take your played cards away.
Along with this reveal, which is far more exciting, I am going to play a plot because it's still my turn, and it says deploy any number of troops, garrison troops to the conflict.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Wow.
hello. And hopefully goodbye.
And you have a sword
I have
as well.
A sword.
Wow. Okay. 3, 4, 5. She has 9 troops for 18 plus 1 sword on the card for 19.
This is where I may regret having gone to the.
No, you
Benny.
won't.
I
Nobody else
will
has any
see.
other things that. I mean, I have a
I
card, but
have
it's not
no
going to affect
intrigue
it.
cards.
I mean, it would affect it. But
I think you have a strong position. Would you like to buy a card for give
No.
yourself a Solari for
I'll
the
take the Solari.
assassination mission?
Nah, I don't
You don't
want
want
a
to buy a
card
card
for
for
free.
Is
2.
it slippery on the bottom? Remember the little probe?
I remember it's like
slippery?
I don't remember. It's like I remember it floats around.
Yeah, I got your
and-
thing was slippery on the bottom. I can't remember exactly what the deal was.
All right, my reveal's not very exciting. My reveal does have 2 swords. So I have 8 strength to start. And I guess for 4... I mean, you never know what's going to happen. I'm going to buy cards just in case we somehow go another round.
I mean, there's no points.
I mean,
the only down,
well,
right?
no, because
But
I'm
you
going to
gain a
shuffle
lot
my
from them.
deck. Actually, I won't because I don't think these are good cards to add to my deck. I only have 3 cards in my draw pile. So, all right. If it goes another round, I don't buy any cards either.
Okay.
And Nikki, reveal?
Yeah, sure. Whoa. Okay. Here we go.
Your current strength is
Do you have
10
a
for
Fremen
troops.
this time?
Did you finally
I
get
do
Fremen
have
Bond?
2
Yay.
Fremen
She
Bond.
finally got it.
With that
And
one
it added a
even.
bunch of strength.
And some more strength.
Wow.
Yeah.
She has 17, 10 from troops and 7 from cards. And 2,
Two.
3, 4, 5,
It's only
6,
Fremen.
7. Yeah, but you've got 3 right there.
Yeah.
Sorry. She's worth 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Why don't you take a victory point?
Nice.
Okay. And then, does this do anything?
That was when you purchased her
Yeah.
Okay.
only.
Did I? Okay.
Yeah, we gave it to you. On the
Where does
Emperor.
this go in the
It
cards?
goes in your, yes,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it provides 1 spice as part. But really, what you wanted was the victory
The
point, and
victory
that's all that
point.
mattered. So yeah, 3 for the Fremen Bond. 2, oh, you also get a water. Not that that's really going to matter.
I'll take
There's
it.
a tie.
Would you like to? Would you like to retreat up to 2 of your troops?
I'm gonna stick.
Just pointing out all of your options.
Yes, thank you.
She does have 17 in a really nice reveal
Okay.
phase.
Let me
Do
double
you,
check
do you make
this.
sure any of those might be for reveal? Sure. You're the intrigue card,
Well,
Wealth.
I don't know. Well, I don't know if it's really worth it.
You may as well play
This
it.
is just any card that's worth a 3 I can take from
Yeah,
the
don't worry about it.
Yeah. I mean.
thing.
Yeah. Well, here, you got it.
Sure, thanks.
If there's another turn, you might get that.
Okay,
Another
this
power
goes
play.
away.
Yeah, there apparently. I got one that I haven't seen. And
I know.
There's another one in there. Okay. Everybody's revealed.
Yep.
Combat time. Currently, 1st, 2nd, 3rd. Lincoln is the star player. Would you like to play an intrigue card?
Just do the. Oh wait, I don't have it anymore. Oh, but I do have a council. I'll take the 2 spice. I should have done that earlier.
Yeah,
it's
just take- no,
fine.
take it.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait,
yeah,
I
fine.
have a question.
You did it on your last
Yeah.
turn, and it didn't.
No, it's a
Okay,
discard.
Jackie, do you have any combat intrigue cards you would like to play?
Unfortunately, no.
I'm out of cards. Do you have any combat intrigue
Doing
cards?
good though. You
I don't think you do.
Nothing
They'd be
for
weird.
combat,
No. Okay, the combat has ended. Jackie gets 2 victory points and control of Arakeen. Nikki chooses 2 of those items.
All right, I'll take the spice.
Yeah,
Yep.
because it's the first tiebreaker.
Yeah,
And an intrigue card.
on an entry card.
Okie doke.
He gets
And-
both.
Yes, but I want to win. What do I get? What do I get for my...
You're gonna win the game. Don't worry about
Oh,
it.
okay, fine.
Yeah.
Okay, you got your card. You got your 2 Solari. Just to be complete, we'll place... Oh, there's no spaces untaken. It is the end game. Someone has reached 10 victory points. Return the Mentat.
Return the
Recall
Mentat.
agents. Okay, the only thing now that matters is if someone has end game scoring cards in the intrigue.
And survey says
No.
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 Aw.
As we mentioned, there are
was
only
all ready for it.
2 in the entire intrigue deck, which makes them really rare. And the 3rd one is a tiebreaker that just gives you a bunch of spice.
It's at the bottom still.
One of them is based on this, so it would have only mattered for you
Yeah.
for extra victory points. And I don't remember what the
There's one that
Did we
that
give her the
if you
victory point
have-
for that card?
we did.
Okay.
There's one that lets you get a point if you're at 2 on each influence track, and 2 points if you're if you're on 3 influence tracks with 2, you get 1 point, and if you're on all of them with 2, you get 2 points. So if I had that,
No, 3.
I would have.
You have to be at level 3 or more. So like
3 or
just
more,
to
sorry.
here
Yeah.
on either 3 or 4 influence tracks.
That's cool.
So, but that would have been 1 extra point, which would have put me even with you.
Yes,
and
it
then
would.
I would have won a tiebreaker. But instead, I am
Dang.
still hunting
So-
for my first game night victory.
House Richese has claimed victory on Arrakis. So what did you guys think of Dune Imperium?
There's a lot to think about, a lot of places to go. It is a worker placement, but it's maybe it's been a while since I played a worker placement, but there are a lot of really hard decisions that you have to do in this game. And a lot of worker placements, you kind of have to choose a path, like are you going farming or military or whatever, and I didn't feel that forced into a path.
Sure.
You do try to build, house alliances to make something happen.
Like I was doing the Fremen stuff, but I didn't feel like I was completely out of the military because I chose to do
Fremen
a different,
are fighters,
way.
Right.
So that in itself, to me, made the game kind of interesting because it wasn't pushing me to a specific
Sure.
You don't have to end
track.
up ignoring a certain part of the game
Yeah,
because
exactly.
you look focused on
I know
one,
that
yeah.
Scott had said that like the conflict he's like, it does have conflict, but I like that conflict. I like that it's not, you're not real, I mean, yeah, you're screwing people and stuff like that, definitely, for sure. But I like how it works. It's not really that painful, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Other
it's
than
not.
you can only do so much planning.
It's very true to the source material, right?
Sure.
I feel like all of us have at least seen one of the movies or miniseries if we haven't read a novel.
I've seen all that stuff.
I read the first book, not the whole series.
I read a bunch of them, but not all of them.
But you couldn't
with diminishing interest.
make a faithful adaptation without conflict. There's a lot of war and fighting in there. But yeah, it could be frustrating. What if you got knocked down to second or third place on almost every conflict? What if you were 1 or 2 cubes short many, many times? There are some people who are entirely conflict averse and don't want to knock another player down with their
Scott was
cards.
telling us about that one card that would be.
This would not be the game.
It
for
would
them.
just need to come up sooner, and the opulence, right?
That's an amazing card if you get it at the right time.
Yeah. I guess you spend 1 persuasion and 6 coins to gain a victory point, which is
you get the
pretty great.
persuasion no matter what. The other part is optional, right?
Oh, I thought it was the cost. I'm sorry. Okay, yeah. So yeah, you get a persuasion, which is nice because that's in the reveal, right?
Yeah.
But you'd have to not. I mean, it's 3 otherwise, which is cool too. It gives you 3.
It is.
3
and
Solari.
you're set up to spend it. If it comes up for you, that's a victory point right now.
Right.
I do think. Clearly, in a game with 10 victory points, every victory point is super precious. And I got really lucky. I drew 2 intrigue cards early on that gave me a chance for victory points, and I was able to plan several turns around, like, I need to get some spice to buy this victory point, and I need to get some money to buy this victory point. So, things worked out fairly luckily for me. But there are victory points available in many different ways, but
Jackie's
they're
the
going to
veteran
be
here.
important.
She's played this a whole bunch of 2
What?
times.
This is my second time.
What do you have to say?
what
You
you-
have more experience than we do.
Not much. So this game combines my 2 favorite game mechanisms, which is worker placement and deck building. And I think it does it really well, and the intersection is just great. I suspect that you can get better at this game. The first game that I played, we had almost no faction cards.
That's crazy.
Getting to the factions
Really?
was absolutely difficult. And I do wish there were more endgame cards.
Did you play it online?
No, I played it in
Okay,
person.
so somebody shuffled poorly.
Somebody.
Usually that's Aaron. We at least blame him.
Somebody.
Oh, you shuffled him.
I shuffled.
You did say you're not a good shuffler earlier.
I did.
Boo.
Except that I really shuffled them.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
I don't know. It felt like we had a lot of faction cards this time. But I like that there are difficult choices each time. It's definitely a more tactical game than strategy oriented. So I kind of wish there were more end game cards in the intrigue deck so that you could have
might
strategy.
be
No,
did you
she's
look? That's
looked.
basically it.
That's it. There's
Yeah.
one half and half card that the end game part just gives you 10 spice for a tiebreaker. That's it.
Well, I feel that if they did, what it does is it makes it so that it's more on the board, right?
Yes.
There's only a little bit of stuff that could be spoilery at the end, right? Because there's plenty of spoilery in the reveal, right? And the intrigue cards. So that during the game, right, there's plenty of stuff can do that.
We
I
have
feel it would
plenty
be
of
really
surprises, right?
frustrating
Yeah.
if you had spent all this effort and then
and
there was
someone
like a
had
big stack
4
of
victory points
Yeah.
just stacked up in their
Yeah.
cards. Yes,
Yeah. I mean,
agree.
you could get a lot though. I mean, those few were pretty great, right?
But I think you're right. The more of them would make the game even more swingy.
Yeah,
and
it'd be frustrating, right?
impossible
What was that one
to
that
plan
actually
over.
did?
This one is based on having these spice must flow cards. If you have at least 2 you get a point, and if you have more than everyone else, you get another point.
See, that one's challenging. Like that.
Oh yeah,
That was for
'Cause
us
Nikki
anyway.
got one on the last turn.
We didn't. I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think you'd have to give up early on a turn
This
a
one,
lot, which
the
isn't
enemy
good
agents.
for a victory
Yeah.
point. Unless you have that other thing.
Well,
I
you
guess.
definitely have to have a seat on the High Council.
Yes, and I was sort of aiming for that the whole game. It just kept getting beat to it.
Yeah.
That's
Plus,
that
you
clearly
kind of
is.
didn't have the money. Like when you were later on, I can tell you were playing for that one intrigue card you had.
Right.
To spend 7.
Like
I think.
plus, you don't need 2 extra purchasing power on the second to last turn of the game.
Sure.
You want it as early as possible to get the good
Yeah, it
cards
was.
in your deck.
Nikki and I were challenged a little bit. Once I spent money on Spice for Solari, that was pretty great because then all of a sudden I didn't have to worry about money.
Yeah, you had the most profitable economy going.
Right,
You were
definitely.
making, and the big
I did that
purchase
3
spaces.
times.
That's amazing. That's so many
But
troops.
it was really the most powerful thing that I had in my quiver, right?
Yeah.
This was a great card to have, but I basically just, played it for that and got a card every time. I was afraid of these.
But
even
that's
though,
a great-
I was getting them,
Really?
but I was like trying to keep it at 3.
Right. Or as you
Yeah.
pointed out, go to 4, but you're the person who takes this
or
space.
somebody else has already done it, right?
Then you know
feel
you're safe for the round. Yeah. I do.
But it wasn't really that exciting of a deck, right? I never actually was able to get the Bene Gesserit. I only had
Yeah.
3 total Bene Gesserit
That
cards.
was
I can see why Jackie wanted that one.
That was a cool card, but it was like there's a lot of card synergies that just might never fire off.
Yeah.
Nikki had her Fremen bond
I
that
did.
only happened on the last turn.
Yeah.
Finally.
Which is great if that happened once more.
I think we might have over-purchased on the cards and maybe committed
Possibly.
a little too much.
Yes,
to
'cause
that.
Well, Aaron's
I don't
deck is
know.
now beefy.
I've got
but
a pretty
initially it was
unwieldy
pretty
deck,
thin.
yeah. And I would love a way to trash right now. I've got several. I trashed my 2 daggers at the beginning of the game, but
Well,
I've got
didn't
a
you
lot
have
of.
a card that let you trash a card whenever it
no.
showed up?
Nope.
Did Nikki have that? Who had that?
I did have a.
I only got to throw away
I
like
used
2
this
cards.
space once or twice.
I only had got to wait.
And I
there's one.
trashed-
I had one, and I just received
Power
it. Right?
play trashes itself. That's all I had.
You don't want that one later in the game. You want that one earlier in the game.
Yeah.
And I used
So-
it for this.
I think it's a really economical deck builder, which it needs to be when there's only 8 to 10 rounds in the game.
So what
which
was,
I think
what,
is
were you,
Oh, we
what was the
forgot
flip
my-
that was making you worry that it could end the game that way? Was there something in the way the deck goes here?
I was just saying based on victory points that it was getting towards the end
so
of the
it's not
game.
like a card will end it as
and
well.
expecting. See, I didn't know here that 3 of the 4 round 3 cards have 2 victory points, and 1 apparently has a double faction boost. But I figured that they were going to be big stakes.
But that's cool. I
and
like that
lots of
they
victory
ramp up
points
that
going.
way, too.
Oh yeah, but I didn't know exactly what to expect. This is most of our first time through,
Oh, yeah.
so we're definitely feeling as we go.
I mean, it's a very popular game, and I can see why people
I can
enjoy it.
see why,
I did
too.
not want to play it. We've had it for a while, and I didn't want to play it with 2. I just
Yeah.
felt like it would be more interesting with more.
Right, totally.
And it clearly is. This is really awesome. Like this kind of stuff. I always love these kind of tracks, and I think it's pretty great. And it's a tight. That, like you said, 10 points is not a lot, especially
no.
as things ramp up.
Yeah.
I mean, it was really trickling out at the beginning, and then they started to come out. But yeah, I was kind of disappointed for Nikki there because she had the stuff.
know.
She now had how many did
I pulled them. I had 5 Fremen warriors.
Which you only got 2 of those in your hand once ever.
Yeah,
which was
like
just
you
bad
didn't
luck.
say what you're supposed to say.
Fremen warriors.
You do have many Fremen warriors, more than the rest of us.
And yeah, that's how it worked out.
We also didn't visit this space very much.
It's
It's
I
too
know.
water.
so expensive.
I
It's
know,
too
but-
water. Every time I was like, I'd rather have this. I mean, I was like,
Yeah.
I did this 2 or 3 times. Every time it went up 1 or 2 of the extra makers, I was like, it's worth it
Yeah.
there, right? It converts pretty,
And this
even
is-
with water tight.
This is a big gamble, right? You might get like 4 extra
my
purchasing
deck
power.
wasn't. It might have helped me to get like a
huge
Bene
card,
Gesserit thing, right?
But you never know.
Which isn't.
No, I'm saying if you're going to have extra purchasing power at the end of the turn, but
Right.
you don't know.
But it also
You
may
just
show
get-
the card may show up that I'm looking for as well, right?
yeah.
To
Or
be
you're
in
going to get
play.
extra combat boosts if that's how you've built your deck.
We are all very new to the game and sort of just feeling our way
Yeah.
around rather than making complex strategies and seeing them through. A few of the things we didn't see yet, we used all the recommended basic starting houses and characters so that our abilities wouldn't be too complex. There are 4 other ones included with the game so far. including some female representation finally, so we don't always have to be white men trying to take over a planet. We've got Countess Thorvald from House Thorvald. She's got a spice gaining ability. She gets less spice and draws a card because she's a spice addict. She hoovers up that spice.
Oh.
See, and that's why it's missing. I'm like, why am I always missing spice?
Why is it
My
never the
hoard
same
is
that
not-
I took inventory? And look, my wife, Helena Richesi, she's a spy. Enemy agents don't block your agents at green or blue spaces.
Nice.
That's interesting. And she's got a, let's see, manipulate signet ring. Remove and replace a card in the Imperium row. During your reveal turn this card, you may acquire the removed card for one less.
This is
kinda
pretty
neat.
great too. It's cheaper up here. Duke Leto Atreides.
One less
Paul's dead.
Yeah.
Solari
Yeah.
for the green spaces. That's
Yeah.
nice. And his signet ring is spend a spice to gain an influence with a faction where an opponent has more influence than you. That's pretty huge too. Baron Vladimir Harkonnen has his signet ring lets him pay $1 for an intrigue card. And his Master Stroke ability, at the start of game, secretly choose 2 factions. When you deploy 4 or more troops to the conflict in a turn, reveal your choices and gain 1 influence with each. Wow. Some very cool abilities in the unchosen, more complex houses. We also have, if you play the game solo or with 2 players, you use the House Hagal deck to have
Okay.
a AI house, sort of, the game playing another
Getting in the
competitor
way.
for you, getting in the way, choosing some actions and doing some things, competing on the alliance tracks,
Okay.
adding swords into the conflict. So I don't know exactly how that works, but it's not quite as easy as
It looks
just a
like it's
two-player
telling
game.
you place a guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
spaces to
Place a
block,
guy there. Yeah.
conflict numbers. Yeah.
Interesting.
There's
So-
also an expansion now that
Is it already an expansion? I knew there was
Yes,
one coming.
I think it's called Ix or House of
It
Ix.
is, I think that's
Yeah.
correct.
Oh wow.
I would
Or
assume it
maybe
has
it's
more.
9.
Yeah,
Who
could-
knows?
I would assume it. I would assume it has more houses and more cards to purchase. Do you know anything else about it?
I know that there are more characters that you can play.
Sure.
Okay.
So I have not seen
Have
it
you
yet.
ever played the original Dune?
Yes. Yeah. It's
I've
a
never
great
played
game.
it.
It's really neat.
Yeah.
I mean, this is more
it's a negotiation,
modern
that game,
and
yeah.
smooth and elegant, frankly, in mechanics.
Okay.
It's a very old school style game.
Well, they
that
did
could-
redo it.
but it was still basically the same game. It's a negotiation and like tough diplomacy style game, but it's definitely worth a play.
I just want to say it's great to be back playing live on Game Night.
just
Just
okay.
after-
Yeah, it's absolutely
yeah.
true. I mean, as I was saying, it's been 23 months
Yeah.
since we saw Jackie last.
Wow, welcome
It's
back.
really
Same.
been that long. Wow.
I think so, yeah, because we saw you in after Gen Con. We played those 2 games, and then we had all those conventions and then holidays, and
Yeah.
then I was on the road, and then we were locked up. So
Yeah.
Well, thank
literally,
you all for
I'm really
doing-
glad you're here.
Thank you for doing the live streams and letting us play
Yeah.
along with you because it really has made it not seem like 23 months.
It's true. I mean,
Yeah,
we
that's
definitely that was
crazy.
for us. It was our social outlet was doing the live streaming.
Cool.
Well, thanks for teaching us, Aaron.
You bet.
And thanks to you for watching. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up button and consider subscribing to our channel. If you click on the bell, you get notified when we put up new videos. See you next time.
Bye.